Yeah. I stay in.
up that way.
Yeah, exactly. They used to have a comedy place in Newport, Kentucky. That was where the Funny Bone is at. I think the Funny Bone is only like it's only like Kentucky's like Cincinnati, Kentucky is right there. So like northern Kentucky, which is where Cincinnati's.
I'm talking about where you at for work. She gonna be up there.
Oh yeah, they got a Funny Bone up here too.
Yeah.
It's in like Manchester. Yeah. Mm. So like all the comedians that be passing through New York and Boston, they'll stop here and do their shit.
Nope.
But yeah. Since we before, I think we waiting on Shelton or whatever. It's not on the docket, Lou, but I know we got to talk about it. I'm glad FIFA on here too. Sharon Moore, bro, because I don't think we got to talk. we didn't touch on it. I think
it's the mic.
But this hits this show even as well.
Yeah, I think everything. I think number one crash out ever
in sports.
Shit.
Yeah, when you say every time for black men, because we had Shannon.
Nah, we ain't gonna just reduce it to us, Nick.
Hold on, there's some static. I don't know if it's on Ken your end or.
Is it mine?
Yeah, just crash out in general. Like this man, he crashed all the way out.
It might be on your end, Ken. Pause your mic or mute your mic real quick. It was your mic.
Yeah, you picking up a lot of air.
I think it's definitely from shine to shit. Like you was literally winning a national championship, or we're on the coaching staff of a national championship team. What was it, 2-3 seasons ago? And now you're in jail facing five years. I think.
I don't understand why he couldn't just take the L though, bro. Like they figured you out. Like why you got to go over a house and break in and do all the other stuff, man? Come on, it's over with. It's over with, bro. I think understand when you lost,
bro. When the fact that they investigated him, was it 2-3 times already about the same broad or some shit? And at first, I think from what I heard, at first they was denying their relationship, but I think he must have did something that got on her nerves, and she was just like, "Fuck it, I'm throwing him under the bus." Either way, it's just kind of like, bro, if you get investigated one time, that should be your sign. Like, all right, bro, you risking the bread. Chill out, nigga.
Big bread. We talking, hey, Nick, and to me, man, look, I understand, playing in the snow, doing things, taking advantage of situations. Because typically, right, like we're talking about these major universities, they're not in major metropolitan areas. You know what I'm saying? They're like in rural, whatever. Like the person with the most bread there run stuff. Everybody knows Sharon Moore in Ann Arbor. He could do whatever you really want to do. He like the mayor, the unofficial mayor out there. So to risk all that, bro, like it's the bread. Like to me, it is what it is, bro. Like whatever, boom, cut it off. It is what it is. You already got a wife. You know what I'm saying? Chill out. Enjoy the money. Enjoy the fact that you're a head coach. But man, he just and to your point, I do think he's the biggest publicized crash out that we've seen.
I feel like, bro, there's been a lot of big ones. Jonathan Major.
Nah.
The Disney bag was bigger than the Moore bag
though. But he back though.
Like crash out though.
No. They say he was the most, game, bro.
Nigga, he was chasing a white girl, or he was running away from a white girl on camera, nigga. That's a crash out.
That's not. If he was chasing her, it would have been more of a crash out.
Being chased because you already hit her is the worst crash out, nigga. And he ain't back, is he? From what I can see, he ain't gonna be in Doomsday.
I guess OJ would be number one.
But he was retired. Wasn't he already retired? He was already done with his career. I'm talking about like somebody who was at
he was OJ fucking Simpson, bro. You crashed out
because you know what? Because Nick, I know you don't like playing the what is, but remember the reason why he was there and when he, what could have happened. Worst case scenario, what would have happened would have been something like OJ. You know what I'm saying? So, luckily he didn't have the cojones to do it. and now they can live on, and he'll serve his time and do the penance that he need to do and figure out life the way he needs to figure out life. But yeah, man,
Tweets open doors is saying Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, he was born to crash out.
That's up there.
Did he? Yeah, he crashed out.
Yeah. He won a Super Bowl with them, right? He at least won one.
Yeah.
That might be number one. Antonio Brown.
I give you Aaron Hernandez.
Antonio Brown.
But we're talking about the level of you are the top of your game. You're at the top peak of what your powers are, and then in a short period of time, you're in jail or like you're out of here. Mm-hmm. Antonio Brown was already ready to go. He already won a Super Bowl at that point, and he was just ready to go.
That's true.
No, I think this is up there though.
You still coming in?
Ken?
Yeah, you still coming in.
What's wrong with your situation, my butt? Niggas not like we can hear you. I don't know if you peeking.
I don't know what mood you're trying to set.
That's not me.
Hey,
is that Jay? Who was that?
That's
playing music.
That's Shell mic. That's Shell microphone. That's a different setting on Shell mic. What about when we talked about him earlier? What about TI when he was buying the guns before the awards?
That's not a crash out.
That's not a crash out.
That didn't hold him back. That didn't hold him back from shit.
No, it did. He lost a lot though. He's just that much of a hustler. He got a lot of things back in his favor, but he lost a lot. He was on top of the world, bro. He was like in 3 movies, 3 big movies.
Was that when he lost the Ant-Man shit?
Yeah, he lost the Ant-Man shit. He lost Chevy,
American Gangster.
He lost the Chevrolet shit. He was like their ambassador for Chevy. He was doing Chevy commercials, bro.
I can't put your mic on mute.
Still some static.
To you.
And you sound far away when you talk, bro.
Yeah.
I turned the volume down. That's all.
Well, you sound fine now, but you're still picking up something in the back.
All that static. Yeah.
It's a lot of static.
You mute him.
We can't hear you, Jalen.
Jalen, we can't even hear you. Even though you unmuted.
So T.I. not up there.
Yeah, it's the cable, Ken. It's the cable.
Yeah, it's kind of like the cable.
It's the cable. Unless you get rid of the cable, change the cable out. It's gonna keep picking up like that.
Don't have another cable here.
Might want to take it out and put it back in. Just try it.
Got to tap on it a little bit. Got to tap it on there a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it always works for me, but I'm glad I didn't say that part. It's too late now.
Hey, get a cable from off that cart. No, it ain't no better. Get a cable off the cart.
It was static when you took the cable out. Like it was still static.
Oh, so so the cable's out now.
Nah, it's the cable. It's gone.
Yeah,
it's gone. All right. Reconnect it.
Yeah. He ruining the mic with what he doing right now. He can't keep doing that.
Really? Well, taking the removing the input.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all say Ray Carew?
Ooh, damn. That's a good one.
That's up there with Aaron Hernandez.
That's
Aaron Hernandez is probably number 1, but Ray Carew has got to be 1A.
Nah, Ray Carew is up there though.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Yeah, but Moore is just like, bruh, like he is the poster child. We thought Shannon was gonna be that this year, but he's the poster child of why black moms say don't bring a white girl home. Or don't.
But Shannon was some funny stuff.
Shannon's worse. Yeah, Shannon's worse though.
No, you know.
Yeah, Shannon was.
When it comes to that statement, Shannon's worse. Yeah, he worse than him because you had a whole lot like you had more in front of you, and you still had a pick. Like you had more of a pick of a litter than Moore did, bro. Like
the only reason
to pick that.
Yeah, but the only reason I say that Moore is worse though is Shannon can rebound. Shannon got the show going still. Shannon still he can get back. Sharon Moore, what he did with
he can't
get another.
He about to be a UPS driver.
He could be like a high school coach or Division 3.
I don't even think he could do that.
I wouldn't trust. You would trust your kid with a nigga like that, bro?
Yeah, no, want your kid around anymore.
So he would have been cool, like I said, if he had just left it alone. But him going in and threatening to kill and all that stuff, that's what
Ray Rice. Ray Rice.
I was about to say Ray Rice too. Yeah. But then I only way I'm giving Ray Rice leeway is
it's Ray Rice. Ray Rice may be worse. Maybe worse.
Henry Ruggs probably the worst.
It was drunk driving, right?
Yeah. But see, that's the.
He was a top 10 pick though, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah. That ain't really a crash out, like.
It's literally a crash.
That's what I'm saying, Ray Rice.
Hey man, Nick, people lost their lives, man.
I'm not saying they didn't, bro. I'm just saying. I was saying we're not talking about actual crash outs. We're talking about other shit. Like,
did y'all see that?
That's what I'm saying. It was just so
did y'all hear that this week he got his degree from Alabama and had a 4.0?
Who Rugg? She ain't got shit else to do.
Yeah, he got.
I'm gonna say he might as well.
I'm never impressed by niggas who do regular shit that niggas who free do. Like, oh, you got a degree? Okay.
You wrong.
Just saying, bro. You in jail, nigga. You ain't got shit else to do but study, but read, but work out.
Y'all think he gonna get another shot?
Who?
Probably not.
No.
Ruggs. You don't think so?
No.
I think he may get another shot.
Bro, he's a skill position player, first of all. So the older he gets, the slower he gets. You know what I'm saying? Like the more injury prone he gets, he ain't doing no real.
He wasn't that good before it, so it's not. He was straight.
He was just fast.
He was cool. Straight. But it wasn't like, oh, bro, he's about to be the next thing. Like it wasn't like he was Devontae.
No.
I said Ron Artest. We them boys said Ron Artest. What do you do?
Nah.
The Palace.
Yeah,
it was a crash out. Yeah. But it ain't
not really a crash.
One in the stands is crashing out.
No, bro, he was laying down minding his business and somebody threw something on him.
You got to point them out to security. Then you can't go up in this. That's
shut that shit up, Spike. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that. Nigga talking some point out to security. You wouldn't do that. That's why
you got to do it.
Like
you got to do the LeBron meme. You got
to grab the guard with you.
Him right there. That nigga threw that, man.
Nah, man. You knew you wouldn't do it. That made perfect. It'd have been different if the person was just talking shit and you ran into the stands. Though you threw a drink on me, bro, like a full drink, and I'm laying on the scores table, bro, and you throw a drink on me, bro. Come on, man. Yeah, nah, that ain't a crash out. That was.
Nah,
it's justified. It's justified. Crash out.
Well, shit, that fan crashed out then, because that's something that you shouldn't do. And you got exactly what came to you.
Everything he got, he deserved all of
it. Did y'all say Mike Tyson?
That's a good crash out.
I would say
get the fuck out of here, man.
But he bounced back though.
He bounced back every time. I'm talking about you were at your the criteria is you were at your peak or on your way, and you lost it all, and unlike Mike Tyson, he won a championship after that though.
And he's still rich.
Yeah,
he's still rich, bro. He's still making money. Like it, nah.
Yeah, he's still good, but he did crash out though.
He crashed out too.
Speaking of Mike Tyson crashed out, but it's crazy to me that he was able to get it all back. And not only that, now he's a darling. He went from being like the craziest to now a fan favorite.
But that would never happen. That never happened. Like all that stuff is anything before the first Obama administration is like people can forgive that because it was like we don't have enough information, we didn't have enough video recording, all that stuff. Like nowadays, when you do certain shit, you can't come back. Like the fact that Mike Tyson is, like you said, is a darling now If he did any of that shit during during when Twitter was hacked, like came alive and Instagram, like he's not coming. He ain't coming back.
That ain't true, Nick. That ain't true, Nick.
We haven't seen nobody. We haven't seen nobody like that since, bro.
Nick, it's a lot of niggas who do shit, get canceled, and they still be pretty relevant right now.
Kanye.
Don't say Kanye. Kanye ain't do that. Kanye is a teddy bear compared to half the shit most of these niggas.
But still, niggas still vouch for. And the music, if Kanye, the music is just suffering. Like niggas was caping for Kanye after Donda, and he still did a lot of fucked up shit before Donda. And when Donda came out, niggas got right back on the train. And
what's the worst thing Kanye has done? Just name it. What's the worst thing Kanye has done?
Bro, are you serious?
I'm just asking. What's the worst thing
Nazis, nigga?
Yeah, the Nazi thing.
Okay, he had the Nazi thing. He wasn't on video beating women or doing all this or like all that vicious shit, biting niggas' ears off and shit. Like that's vicious shit.
Nigga was siding with Hitler, bro.
I'm just saying. I'm saying for him, if he did an apology, people probably can forgive that. But somebody seeing like the Ray Rice shit, that's never gonna be forgiven. He ain't coming back and all that shit.
You seen it though, Nick. With you got what's his name? The running back at Kansas City.
Nigga, R. Kelly
did the same thing,
girl, nigga, and he was still out here running around for a good little bit.
He was again, and then won the 20, and then once Instagram and Twitter got hold of that, he got locked up.
What's the running back from Kansas City's name?
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt. He came back. He did the same thing as
he had to go. He had to go to Cleveland.
No, but there was no video though, Shelton.
There was video. No, it was video.
There was video of his.
There's video of that.
I didn't know that.
He was kicking the girl.
Yeah, there's video.
I'm just saying, like when I don't know, I feel like people can easily forgive verbal stuff than physical stuff. Is what I'm trying to say.
Gilbert Arenas too.
So video. He's talking about video. When you go to video, then I see his point. But it's a lot of
people didn't think Diddy was a piece of shit until the Cassie video came out. Like universally, people always like it was like a debate as far as like if you knew, you knew. But once that video came out, bro, everybody's like university, he's a piece of shit. Even the niggas that was running with him for all them years and knew that shit.
He was still good until the charges came. It was probably 8 to 10 months before the charges came. He was still good. It wasn't like niggas
before that. If you look at the doc, like days before he was arrested, this nigga was still trying to turn.
Yeah, he was still good. So Diddy, if it wasn't for the charges and all the shit that came out from the case, Diddy would probably been good within a year's time. Like he would have been straight.
He still can rebound.
Yeah.
I don't think he rebound, bro. He was beating women, bro. When you beat women like that,
come out
he can rebound. They didn't even really talking about that. What they've done with that situation, it seems like they just made him into. He's just a freak, and he'll get out of it if he can come up with another hit. He'll be back on top.
He ain't coming with no another.
He would never be.
Nick,
it's gonna be.
Think about. Go ahead, Spark.
It's just gonna be more product, most things to do, more liquor, more clothes. Like it ain't gonna be no hit, but he's still gonna make an impact once he.
What liquor brand? What brand wants to be next to him right now?
He made Ciroc more money than they ever made, ever.
And they ain't ever gonna make. They ain't gonna make more money with him now.
People also believe that's part of the reason why he went under because he went against them. But Nick, think about it. When niggas talk about it, they don't talk about him being a woman beater. They talk about him being gay. That's totally different. Niggas really don't be talking about all the abuse he did.
No,
like, and all that shit that came out in that court.
Yeah, because
he gay, which is the crazy.
Well, they do that because they feel they only talk about things they feel like they can encounter. They know that he ain't gonna square up with him, but he may try to touch her. So the shit. That's what it's like. Nah, nigga, you ain't gonna touch me.
nah. Cause you want to have an honest conversation, or we gonna be? This
is where opinions collide, nigga.
Niggas are more homophobic than they care about women.
That's a.
I mean, that's not a shocking thing to understand.
But that's why I'm just trying to make it another reason to say how it impacts. I guess that's part of why.
No, my thing is like, I'm saying now in society that's changed, but historically, yes, that's what you just said is true. That's why most niggas are still gonna focus on the gay shit than anything else. But to me, where things are changed now when it comes to branding and likeness and being a part of the ether of entertainment, you have to be either your shit has to be verbal and rumors where you can apologize, send out a quick note, apologize to the right people, and then do your little small getaway for 3 months to a year and come back. But if there's active video, people gonna keep replaying that video, bro, over and over and over and over.
I don't think so. I don't think so, Nick. Somebody pointed in the chat too. They was talking about Chris Brown, and I agree with that one too.
That's a
Chris
good
Brown. Was huge.
He bounced all the way back though.
Yeah, he bounced back tremendously.
Still been abusing women,
but you know,
he's still been abusing women, and niggas act like his shit ain't going on.
Yeah, right.
But you know what the difference is with Diddy though is that Diddy's gonna lose influence, and that's the thing that all of these people that you named that bounce back still have. Like Chris Brown still has influence. You see that when he's touring and he's taking all of these pictures and doing whatever, and the fans still love him. He still has influence. Diddy comes back, what is he going to influence, right? Like, because that's the reason why Ciroc sold what they sold. That's the reason why Sean John was what he was.
I think people still going to think that he can put them in a position to be successful.
Right.
So he's still going to have that influence. Like people, just like how he was able to get away with it for so long, he's still going to be able to do that because the power they really didn't take away. Like mainstream brands like Ciroc or whatever it may be may not fuck with him anymore, but he still Diddy. He's still gonna sell the dream to people that I can connect these things.
It'll take some time, but they'll come back.
Does this story come out about Sharon Moore if Michigan beats Ohio State?
No, I don't think so. I honestly do not think so. I think they kicked the can on it for another year.
Yeah, they were swept the shit under the rug.
And then because they were still ranked at the time they faced Ohio State, so that probably would have boosted their rank. They may have not made the playoffs, but they would have been a higher rank, and they would have beaten Ohio State with 5 years in a row. So
I don't think it was.
That's the reason why he still had a job this year, because they beat Ohio State last year, in my opinion.
I think the story would have had to come out though.
The only reason one that was pushing the story was.
Somebody Kiffin been doing that shit allegedly for years, man. That shit ain't came out about him.
If you have well, she was already getting paid, so if you could have kept it quiet, but they told him something had to give, and he fired her. So that's kind of why they said they brought it to the forefront, because they knew about it.
They thought they knew about it. They couldn't prove it till she solidified it.
Yeah, because she was denying it. She was denying it up until
and so they basically told him he had to do something about it, and he fired her, which was the wrong move.
Yeah,
she still worked though.
Yeah.
Well, of course they can't fire her now because it'll be too hot. She'll start spilling all the secrets.
I wanted still getting the raise though, because she got a salary double.
She getting paid everything.
She getting paid grand.
She getting paid everything.
Salary double.
All right. This is the place where sports opinions collide. Dead in sports. I'm your host Kenneth B. Joining me on the show, Nick, Shelton, Spike, and Peepo. What up?
What's happening?
Yes, you guys do see NBA talk in the title. So we're gonna open with some NBA, and then we'll jump into big news that happened in the NFL with, of course, the Chiefs, the Packers, the Rams, and the Bills comeback wins, and then we'll conclude the show with our weekly picks. But before we get into all of that, let's do our best, our performance of the week. Oh, let me take this off screen. What am I doing?
My worst of the week, man. My worst performance of the week goes to your man, Joe Burrow. I noticed he wasn't on the docket this week, which he should have been. They lost to the Baltimore Ravens in a must-win game, 24-0. Joe Burrow had 2 interceptions, and he came out and said that he could have been the quarterback of any team this week, and they would not have won. It's very disappointing because this is the 3rd year in a row that the Bengals will be out of the playoffs. We've looked at Joe Burrow for a long time as being elite and one of the elite quarterbacks, yet he's continuously not gotten it done. He's rode on the coattails of that Patrick Mahomes season, that Super Bowl season, which they lost, for long enough. It's time that we look at this in a real light and be realistic about what he adds to this team. He's about 16% of the salary cap, and he got all his weapons on offense, and nothing is happening the way it should. So my worst performance of the week goes to, and he would agree. He even talked last week about retiring, and
he didn't say he retired.
No, I said he talked about it. He said if the game is not fun.
He didn't say retire at all.
He said the game is not fun.
He said what Andrew Luck said and what Andrew Luck do.
Retirement didn't come out of his mouth. That's what I'm saying. If you want to speak on Joe Burrow, say what he actually said, nigga.
He said what a lot of quitters say. If it's not fun, then I don't want to do it no more. And it ain't fun because he ain't winning, and he ain't winning because he's not playing well enough. So the worst performance of the week for me goes to Joe Burrow.
I'm winning.
Sheldon, are you saying this is just like what you saw on Sunday, or are you saying like he was the worst quarterback you saw during that week?
I'm saying in a must-win game, an elite quarterback has to give me more than what he gave me. And I said, like I told you at the time we were watching the game, I said he was seeing ghosts. He was throwing the ball with his eyes closed. He was just out there, didn't look like the Joe Burrow that I know him to be.
Did you have Joe Burrow in your top 5 this year in our rankings?
Yeah. Yes.
Would you have him? What number did you have him at?
I think I had him at 4, if I'm not mistaken. 4.
I don't know. I gotta look at the list. I don't even think you had him in top 5.
No, I had him top 5. Yeah.
This is a Cincinnati Bengals thing, in my opinion, not a Joe Burrow thing. He's just playing for a shit organization. That's all it is. They don't want to spend no money. It's not fun. It's
no. Wait. Hold on. They spent money. They spent money
where
though.
they should have.
Spike. They spent money. Okay, but they wanted to keep this. They wanted to keep the quarterback happy.
Organization. That's why I say it's a shit organization. They listen to him instead of doing what they should have did and got a better offensive line.
Okay, so let's not talk about the organization. Let's talk about Joe Burrow and the fact that he hasn't been able to stay healthy for a myriad of years right now.
Because his offensive line sucks, and that's on the organization. They let him go out there behind that offensive line for so many years straight.
You know who it sound like?
They want to pay Kendricks, and they want to pay all these other people. Put
some
like offensive lineman in front of the best quarterback in the league. He the best quarterback in the league.
Sound like Andrew Luck. He about to retire. I'm with you, Shelton.
If I was him, I'd do it too. I wouldn't want to play for. Who want to play for the Bengals, dude?
He had a horrible game in a must-win game.
And like I said, it's the same.
And that's okay. That's okay though, Nick.
Hey, what's your point, Nick?
Did I say okay? I just said he had a horrible game in a must-win game.
But elite players don't got something to do with Joe Burrow, in my opinion.
So Nick,
that's why we see him in the press conference doing that.
We watched Flacco play in his absence. Was it eerily similar to what Joe Burrow did, or was it better or worse?
It was the offense ran about the same. The team still lost. At this point, I'm not going to blame Joe Burrow overall when it comes to the whole team being what it is, because he doesn't play on the defense. So, like, to your point, Sheldon, if Joe Flacco and Joe Burrow can average 30 plus points during their time or something close to that, and the team lose by, the defense giving up 40 or 39, there's only so much you can do on offense. But as far as these last 2 games, which were must-win games because they had to win out to get to the just to even be in the playoff conversation, he's been throwing pick sixes, and especially in that Bills game, that loss was on him. In this game, where you don't score a point on offense, that loss is on you. So yes, he has played horribly coming off of injury to even try to save the season, and they said he's going to be the starter for the rest of the year. So I guess they're just for morale. But yeah, he did have a horrible. Like he said if he played, I agree with him. If he played for any team playing like that, they probably would have lost, just like the Bengals did.
Yeah, and I was going to say that because the one thing I did notice about that game, and I was rooting for him in that game for some reason. I don't know why, but I was. That first half, their defense was really stout because they didn't score until I think it was like less than 2 minutes left in the first half before the Ravens even put up any points. So they were holding serve, and they were holding Lamar Jackson in check. The defense was doing everything it was supposed to do, but the offense gave them no help. And when you got you got talent like that, you got two of the best players in the league.
But that's the thing about the offense that I hate when people bring it up, because they say offense when it's just receivers. He just has 2 of the best receivers in the league outside of Philly, outside of possibly LA, when healthy.
In Dallas.
My thing is, outside of those at that position, skill position, there's no part of that offense that anybody wants when it comes to offensive line, running back, tight end. That's it. It's just a quarterback with 2 receivers. So when we talk about offense, it's not even as well as the Chargers, where when healthy, the Chargers have a great O-line. They got the young running back Hampton, who looks like a beast if he stayed healthy and didn't get hurt. And then you still got some weapons on the outside. Like, to me, offense is not just a skill position. It's offensive line, running back, just like the Eagles. Y'all got an offensive line. You got a top 5 offensive line, top 5 running back, top 5 receiver core. Maybe even want to add a top 5 tight end or whatever. Like, that's an offense. Like, to me, if you just have 2 skill position players and the rest is just average to below average, you don't have a good offense. You just have you could just throw up points. You
mentioned the Chargers. Now we talking about the Chargers now. In those injuries, you named, like you said, everybody's been hurt for the Chargers, but they still have
they have a huge difference, and you already know where I'm about to go to.
What is it?
Head coach Harbaugh. Harbaugh's the difference maker. Because like again, I'm not bringing up as no excuse, but like we've seen the Chargers with a bad head coach and they lose game, and then you bring in Harbaugh and he's bringing them back. Back-to-back 10+ win seasons potentially for an organization that before then looked like Herbert was not going to be able to be good enough to even get him over the hump. Now it looks like even when hurt, they can win the division potentially. Like, I don't know.
I think this is just similar to Carson Palmer's situation when he was in Cincinnati. It's just, I'm not playing for a good organization. And I ain't saying this to be funny towards Nick or anything. It's just like when you go to work every day and you see how little they spending on facilities and how, like, I've heard the stories of them having to practice in the cold because they don't want to get the indoor practice facilities. Like, when you're someone as good at your job as Joe Burrow is, like, you don't want to deal with this shit. That's what I seen in the press conference. It ain't necessarily saying, like Andrew Luck was saying, like, football isn't fun for me no more. To me, it sounded like I don't like playing football here. Like, y'all are doing something wrong.
I think it's more about, well, I'll say this. Based off what he was saying in the press conference about not having fun and based off the losing, that, you know, obviously winning cares everything. If there's not a coaching change this offseason, I will be utterly shocked. I'll say that. If they run everything back next season, then like Lou said, this is a horrible franchise. And that 2-year window that they had between the beating Patty and then making it back to the AFC Championship that last year, that was their window. And the rest of it is not going to happen.
So you say we be hating on you because you be early to the party, huh?
What you mean?
So I'm glad you finally made it with firing of Zach Taylor, because
I've been.
You have been on that. You have. Been
I did. Hey, Ken, didn't I tell FIFA a long time a while ago? I was like, hey, bro, I finally came up like to you, so I'm ready to get rid of Zach Taylor. I've been said that. Your punk ass just always try to just rub it in and shit. Pause.
Oh, funny, bro. Anyway, all right. Well, yep. Joe, we didn't get it done.
I thought he was gonna bring up Shidur. He said worst performance of the week. That he prefaced it by saying elite quarterback.
This was worse. This was worse.
Okay. How many more points did Shidur score than Burrow?
You know, I noticed people didn't jump of the week this week, so I
can't compare a rookie on the when we get to compare a rookie on the Browns to the elite quarterback like Joey B. That's when we got some issues.
I'm just asking how many points did he score more than Joe Burrow since he had the worst. You said Joe Burrow was the worst you saw on Sunday. I just want to know how much better Shidur was.
What's that you on Sesame Street? One?
Better than Joe Burrow.
Hey, I'm just asking the question, anyway. Bro. If you want to call out quarterbacks in the AFC North, let's do it.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this first quarter, man. While we've been heavily covering the NFL as it approaches the end of the regular season and the postseason draws closer, we admittedly haven't spent much time discussing what's happening in the NBA, even though a third of the season is already complete. With that said, what are y'all thoughts on the Oklahoma City Thunder and Detroit Pistons emerging as the darlings of the Western and Eastern conferences? And what did you think of this year's NBA Cup, and is it getting better with time now that we're in the third year since its debut? And then, of course, weigh in on the Christmas Day games, and I can read those off. But let's start with later on. But let's go ahead and start with OKC and Detroit, and then we'll get to the rest of the stuff.
No. Let's start with the Cup because it is actually going on right now. So let's start there. I will say this. I've been watching I've understand the cup a little bit more now with the groupings and all of that type of stuff. I think it's super dope. And I love the fact that it now has like a true legit sponsor with it being the Emirates Cup. And what they've done with, obviously the floors, they've already done that, but like what they're doing now, it being in Vegas and, like it feels like a legit thing. And I think that they continue to grow it. And we're seeing that the players are playing hard because especially for, some of those guys that are on minimum deals, that $500K, that's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? If you win the cup. So you're seeing them play with a different level of intensity. It feels they have accomplished what they wanted to do. We're making the regular season feel more important and then playing harder for more games throughout the regular season. So I love everything I've seen with the cup. OKC, San Antonio. And that's the reason why I asked in the group chat, I told you in the group chat, I think that's going to be a budding rivalry. One team is already there. They won it. One team is definitely up and coming with back-to-back rookie of the years. I don't think I've ever seen that in all my years of watching basketball. An organization draft back-to-back rookie of the years. That's kind of nuts. But that being said, man, the NBA has been a really good season with everything, including the NBA Cup.
What you got, Lou? You been watching? Have you watched a basketball game yet this season?
I went to the Pistons and Hawks game. I saw Cade play in person. He was hooping. He's a hooper. What's the other dude? Durant. Is that his name? The tall
Durant.
Yeah. He looked good in person. As far as that, I've been keeping up with Wemby a little bit in the sense of how he looks and how dominant he's been. I'm surprised the Celtics are competitive without Tatum.
You surprised?
I am. I ain't think that Brown can hold them throughout the season. And every time I look up, he's winning the games for them. Just last night, he went off. I'm surprised by that.
Bro, we argued that Brown was arguably the best player on their team. And he won Finals MVP. And you gonna say you surprised?
I thought with that team, yes. But with the team that he got now, after they didn't trade away major pieces like Porzingis and the other dude, I thought that he was just going to be like another dude on a bad team. I didn't think that he could make a team better, but he's made the Celtics better since Tatum's been out. I'm super surprised by that.
It's not like the only cups you've been watching is in the WNBA.
I've been watching WNBA tough and college women's basketball. But no, I mean, I don't see a lot going on in the NBA, personally.
You are wilding, bro. There's so many.
You went before me, and none of that shit you said. Like, oh shit! All that shit was like
because we were just talking about the NBA Cup.
Well, I do like what I will say though. My biggest takeaway is I fuck with Cade. I think Cade is in his bag. He's doing his thing, especially seeing him play in person. And I think he had a triple-double when I went to go see him play the Hawks. So like he is in his bag. I will say that.
Man, you know what? Rookies is nice, Spike.
Yeah, what I think
I've seen your boy from San Antonio that you talked about play.
Oh, which one?
Harper. You talking about Harper?
Well, Harper, son, yeah.
Dylan Harper is really nice. San Antonio is nice. Period. I'm more surprised about. Well, of course, I'm surprised about Detroit being in first place. Nobody saw this coming. We're seeing a coming of the age of these younger guys quicker than normal. Normally, we talk about 3 to 5. These dudes is turning around quick. To be in first place to me is.
But Cade is in year 4,
Yeah, but say Cade old.
But I'm just saying the team in general, being a young team, I would think that this team would take a lot longer to gel. During this is what, year 3 for Duran? I think it is.
Yeah, I think they're all talking about that.
Yeah,
So I guess it's on time then.
They was shitty for the first 2 years.
I guess it's on time then. And the fact that San Antonio is playing so well now, even though they're in fourth place. This
been in the league 4 years.
Okay. So he's
in that window, Shelton.
So I guess it is the window then. I guess it is.
I'm trying to tell you.
But even what's funny though to me is I still wouldn't expect them to be in first place. I expected them to be good, but this good, nah. And Cade, I talked about Cade since the beginning. Y'all know how much
Shelton.
I love Cade.
What Nick say when you early to the party, they call you a hater. I'm just saying, I know I was early to the Detroit party. I was waiting on y'all, but nah.
You was late, Detroit people, because you said Jalen Green. That was your guy. I said Cade. You said Green.
You did 100%. We're just talking. That's just drafted.
Don't take credit for Beasley, bro. Beasley been on this Detroit team.
I'm not. Whoa. You can hit up Beasley. Beasley, no, I've been on the same page since day one with Detroit. Look, I would have taken Jalen Green over Cade Cunningham. You was right on that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, Detroit, the way that they were constructed, I've always fucked with their talent. They was just young and they need a couple mango seasons. I think the way that they lost last year in the playoffs was, it's a bad way, but it's a good thing for growth. And the way that they honestly outplayed New York a lot, but down the stretch, Brun and the experience, they took over. And Detroit looked like young pups with deer like deer in the headlights. You know what I'm saying?
We know they was gambling too, so we ain't even going.
Oh man, do you think Detroit ready now is number one? Do y'all think them being number one is? And I talked to Q since he just jumped on. You think Detroit ready right now?
No, I don't think Detroit is ready right now. I mean, y'all know I love basketball, but season been boring as fuck, man. So far, I'm not even gonna cap to you.
Told y'all,
what's boring,
y'all niggas?
What's boring for you?
What's been boring is like there's no storylines here yet. Like, you know what I mean? The NBA is driven by storylines, and the only thing that's like exciting right now is can the Thunder remain dominant? And it's like they just washing teams. You know what I'm saying? Joker looks great. Jamal Murray looks like he's getting back to form. The Pistons look good. Celtics are fighting because, Jaylen Brown has proven that he could be a number one option. We all knew that the Celtics were going to remain competitive. Paul George is having a little bit of a resurgence. Joel Embiid had 39. Can he get back to what he's doing?
Edgecombe.
Yeah, Edgecombe is nice. But in terms of like just the drama is not there yet. And I think that like if you're just a fan of basketball, you can find good hoops anywhere, bro. But it's like in terms of NBA premium box office shit happening yet, it's not gonna happen until Christmas. And I think that's just becoming a structural like bug of the system now.
So have you watched the NBA Cup games?
No, these Cup games.
The product
watched the Cup games?
It's good. It's good basketball being played. It's just nothing to care about, though.
I have.
It's just nothing to care about.
I have. It's just like for me, I just don't care, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm too old. I'm too old now to be like, oh my God, Cam Spencer went crazy against, like.
What I care about? I care about it if the players care about it. And the way that they're playing like they give a fuck, or at least they're playing for the money. And at the end of the day, that's giving us way better basketball in the middle of the season when at this point in time, people would be taking their foot off the gas, and they're not in these Cup games. Yeah, so if you're saying that they are, then you're not watching these Cup games, bro. These Cup games do feel not as intense as playoff games, but it's like a step and a half below that. But it's way better than regular season basketball. Way better.
Where are those Cup games?
Typically on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime is where they are.
You don't even know what the Cup games.
I was gonna say, how the fuck? I'll be looking every night. I'll scroll through the Xfinity app or whatever it may be. Oh, is there a basketball game?
It's in streaming.
It ain't shit.
The championship is tonight, Lou. They're playing. The championship is being played right now, and it's a tie score in the second quarter. The Knicks and the Spurs are tied. That Spurs, if you watch that. It's been a couple games this week that have been just like some playoff intensity type games. You saw San Antonio beat OKC in a game that was like playoff intensity. And the same thing last night with Denver and Houston.
Y'all may be right. I just don't think the NBA is doing a good job of putting that on like the forefront. Like the NBA almost operating on some if you know type shit. That's crazy. That's a league. That's insane.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I've been saying is that, bro, drama is the main driving of sport now, bro. Like we need the theater, we need the dramatics, and the NBA has like ascended in terms of the athletes are the best that they've ever been in terms of, jumping ability, agility, all these, attributes. But in terms of like the good old, just Roman Coliseum shit. can you pump up the storyline to make me care about the Pistons? Can you pump up the storylines to make me care about the Sixers, or can you make me care about the Nuggets? Can you make me care about OKC? Like, bro,
wow. Like this is wild.
Because FIFA, I hope. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, but man, I really want to say this. I hoop almost every other day. Young kids from 17 to 28. People, you know what I'm saying? In that age range. No one talks about the NBA. No one.
Well,
nobody. That's a problem, bro.
For me, I'm in between where FIFO is and where the rest of y'all are. And I say that because I'm aware of the NBA Cup games because it's not the in-season tournament anymore. They did a whole rebrand in between the first iteration until now. Amazon is trying to buy up anything that's not already attached to ESPN. And I think they're doing a good job of rebranding, just like how Thursday Night Football was a shit show at first. Now Thursday Night Football is starting to become more respectable because, especially when they get good matchups like we're about to see this Thursday with the Rams and the Seahawks. I find it interesting that everybody mentioned all these teams except the Knicks, when outside of OKC, they got the best home court record. They're tied with maybe 2 to 3 other teams, but as far as the longest winning streak currently actively in the NBA. And they're, like Shelton mentioned, they're fighting for the NBA Cup title right now, I think. So I think the Knicks are surprisingly under the radar as a big market team who's doing really well, that went all in and should favored to win the NBA finals, or at least get to the finals. I think the Pistons are doing great with their rebuild. I hope that they can continue on with how they've been doing it organically. I'm hoping they don't make another like big splash trade unless it's for Giannis, then that'd be nuts. But I think the Pistons are good. I'm like Q. I don't believe them just yet because I got to see it in the playoffs. But to be the number 1 seed right now is great. OKC, I am agreeing with Q and others. OKC is just like, they have everything you would want in a team that should be like the face of the league, but they're just personality-wise are just shit. Like nobody wants to emulate anybody, or nobody wants to even really damn even dress like none of them niggas. So it's like I don't like, and I know that stuff is off the court stuff, but that also builds into like to me, if the Timberwolves were the number 1 seed in the West right now, we'll be seeing that a lot because Ant will be all over the place. But they've tried to push SGA and this Thunder's team, and no one cares because they lame.
And Nick, I really want to piggyback off of this point because this is just, we are then in sports. So what that means is having an understanding of what you're seeing beyond just like, the highlights and stuff. And when you bring up nobody wants to be like them, what we're talking about is the youth. The youth drive the fanfare of sports. It ain't the adults, bro. Like everyone thinks is adults because we buy tickets, we gonna buy the Coors Light, we gonna get to the pregame. All right, cool. But bruh, when we see kids saying I want to be like Mike, it's the kids that drive those sneaker sales on Saturdays. It's the kids that drive the jersey sales of, even if your dad grew up watching the Lakers, now your dad's putting you on to Magic Johnson and them, and then you carry that tradition on. The kids are the ones who are supposed to be the center of youth culture in the NBA and the NFL, and it's there for the NFL. It's not there for the NBA anymore, and that's a huge problem. I see 17, 18, 19-year-olds, and back when I was their age, we used to talk about Steph Curry all the time. We used to talk about KD. We used to talk about James Harden. People used to emulate their games. Now these kids are just on some like, Ja was like the last guy.
So Q, look, I can speak from secondhand experience. My brother, here out in Dallas, he used to run a program called EAB, and he had multiple teams, multiple age groups, right? And multiple teams inside of those age groups. And one of the things I would talk to him and pick his brain is like, so kids don't watch basketball. He's like, nah, they just watch highlights. Yeah. Like they just watch highlights of the games, and they play the game for highlights. Because like he took me, I've been to a couple of high school games, and I see one of his players play, and I'm like, he's nice. You can definitely tell, he has really good skill, and the coach runs a lot of plays for him. But it's like he's a 3-point shooter, but everything he shot was threes. It's like, where's the pump fake, one dribble pull up? where's everybody's playing. He set a school record last year for threes. So everybody knows that you're going to shoot threes. Where's the diversification in your game? I'm like, bro, like they don't watch, they don't play. Like, my brother's stepson, like he's like 18, 19 years old. He played, for my brother as well. And I asked him, I'm like, y'all don't just like you and your homies don't go hoop? He's like, nah, like nobody plays ball. Like it's the craziest thing.
Organizational ball now to play, like just pick up. Like
I think that's more of a societal thing.
And it is,
but it's still being impacted. The NBA is still impacting that.
It is
just on how they're presenting their product. They're presenting their product in a way of we want y'all.
No, wait, hold on. Let me
watch games no more. We ain't even promoting the games. They don't
what they do. Wait, hold on. Let me pause. Let me pause you real quick, Spike, because and I wanted to come back to this point. Was the fact that you said I don't even know where the games are, and I honestly have the same sentiment as you. But once my brother put me on, I'm like, oh, there's actually more basketball now than there was before, because we used to have Wednesdays and Fridays for ESPN, and Thursdays was TNT. That's 3 nights a week, and then sometimes Saturdays and stuff like that.
It was Tuesdays and Thursdays for TNT. Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays
for TNT.
But now it's every day of the week.
Where
you just have to, know which
it's all over the place.
Peacock, it's on Amazon, and then the other ones are on ESPN. So as long as you have those 3 apps, you can watch basketball all week.
I get that. I'm just saying they don't have the partnership, I feel like, with ESPN anymore. Even like now, we had to force this in. We were thinking about doing another show to talk about basketball. Like no one is going out of their way anymore, I feel like, to talk about basketball. And I ain't knock. I'm this is not a knock. I ain't trying to be funny like with Nick laughing. I'm just saying I think they're doing a really bad job of promoting the product. Like, even with First Take like Nick, you put me on.
You're not a basketball fan, bro. You're not gonna see it.
I watch the shows though, Ken. I watch First Things First. I watch First Take. I watch Get Up. They never talk about basketball ever.
Well, my thing is this.
Shit, we fell into that damn shit.
My thing is don't do that, Ken. My thing is this. What Q said is true. Drama drives sports. Yeah, there's more drama in football. Because I'm very involved with the audience, like the listeners' audience. Like I pay attention to a lot of stuff, and I always ask conversations like, what would y'all want us to talk about if we did? They mentioned Giannis trade, which we've been talking about Giannis trade for 2-3 seasons now. They talked about CP3 getting sent home. At this point, was it dirty? Yes. But do we give a fuck? No, because he old as shit. And then they were talking about OKC being dominant again. I saw OKC's parade, Q. That didn't look like they cared. You know what I'm saying?
Because LaMelo Ball, like a person like LaMelo Ball is being replaced by Con Knipple as like the number 1 guy in Charlotte, right? And that is not even a Z-list story compared to Fat Phillip Rivers coming out of retirement to throw footballs against the Seahawks. Right. And
that's the talk show's programming, bro.
But here's my thing though. Here's my thing though. Like we really have to talk about this, because the reason why that is a true point, Ken, but also incomplete, is because it is societal. And the real thing here is just privatization, which is killing basketball more than anything, because kids don't have public space to go out and actually play ball like that across the country anymore. And then when we're talking about like rec centers and stuff closing down during the pandemic, and then also the fact that the NBA is becoming basically just like a legacy pipeline of Scottie Pippen Jr. is now in the fucking NBA. It's just becoming almost like the death of the casual sport.
Let me ask y'all really quick. The college players that I don't know if y'all been watching college basketball at all, but college basketball this year for me, has been an uptick. Yeah, it's been an uptick. And these young guys are hooping like I want to know how
BYU and I see the dude from North Carolina.
So
have you seen the dude from Kansas?
Kansas got one. Duke got one.
I heard of him, but I ain't seen him.
Part of what's happening right now is the issue, because there were 3 questions about what's actually happening in the NBA, and y'all are talking about everything except that.
That's the point.
Well, no, that's not the point. That's not the point because I was going to get to Ken's question. Like, I'm still watching basketball, but I see why other people aren't. My main thing is like what one of the questions Ken asks is Christmas Day is when all this shit really kicks off for me. Everything leading up to is like, bro, we still getting through football. We just ended a great ass World Series. Like there's still stuff to talk about with other sports until we get to the meat of the NBA, which is like once we get like almost halfway going to All-Star break. But I will say there is exciting basketball. I mean, I think there is like you said, if you're a basketball fan, there's exciting basketball. I do find it interesting though that all these other programs, sports shows, they do lead with the NFL heavily, touch on basketball for a quick second because they just want to make sure it's there, you're aware that's there, and then they get back to the NFL. I know the NFL is king because of the shortened season, but I think that what the Thunder are doing is impressive. I just don't care because the Thunder are not impressive as entities. They're just impressive as the record and the margin of, point differential. But obviously I live close to New York, so I'm heavy on the Knicks stuff, and they're balling right now. So I'm happy about basketball from that standpoint. And like Sheldon said, college basketball is balling, is doing great too. Especially there are now teams that never used to be really good in basketball, like Alabama and Georgia. They're ranked high and stuff like that. Syracuse may be coming back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a lot of things to be excited about. I just think that the season hasn't hit yet for us to be locked in until Christmas Day.
The season is too long. You're right. My bad, Sheldon. The season is too long. You're absolutely right. Also, to your point, Nick, it's not that football is America's sport. It's just that it's just more interesting. There are more interesting sports than the NBA. Even with Jalen and B talking about the WNBA and women's college basketball, that's more interesting. The NBA doesn't present an interesting product. No one cares that the Thunder were 24-1 and nobody was talking about it. That's crazy.
People was talking about it, bro.
Yeah. You just don't. Yes, they were.
Yeah.
You don't. You're wild, Spike.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, Shelton.
Yeah.
Lou just wanted to complain, but Shelton, you go, and then Jalen, you go.
I think it's really, really impressive what OKC is doing. I think that this pace that they're on is going to be very difficult to keep this pace up. But even if they do, I honestly think at the end it's going to be Denver or San Antonio that catches them. I think San Antonio, as long as they can keep Wemby healthy and they can stay healthy, they're going to hang relatively close. But I don't think that OKC, even if they keep this pace up, winning like they are now, when the playoffs come, it's going to be too tight to try to keep it going. I think that somebody's going to knock them off, and I think it'll be Denver. I really, really, really think that Denver is going to win it all again this year.
Why?
I don't know, Ken. I really just think that the veteran is.
I know why.
The veteran leadership, and they just seem relaxed.
That's so you already know why, because OKC lame as hell. You don't believe in them niggas.
They were lame last year.
I know, and they barely beat Denver because Denver got hurt. They got hurt. They got hurt at the end. If
Denver talking about stuff that's gonna happen in June.
Lou, we ain't trying to mute his mic, kid. We ain't trying to hear Lou right now. We talk about basketball.
It's December.
We talk about Super. We talk about Super.
We did the same thing with the NFL, Lou.
Exactly. My thing is OKC barely got out of that matchup against Denver last season, and Denver was hurt towards the end. Even Joker got hurt, I believe, and he still put up numbers. I still won't count the Timberwolves out. I'll just say that. But I do think Denver, to me, the four teams that I'm looking at is Denver, OKC, Houston, and the Timberwolves. I think the Spurs are a year away. Just because of the Wemby. Like Wemby, you talk about being healthy. We got to see if he can go a full season. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but we've seen this squad now without Wemby, and I think that has definitely helped with the maturation of such a young squad, right? And then they have like young veterans like the dude Champagny. You know what I'm saying? So I like how they're built, but Shelter, I disagree with you with OKC. I think OKC is gonna get the record. I think they're gonna go for it, and I think
they're gonna beat the Warriors record.
Yeah. I do.
Here we go. I think they're gonna be the Warriors record too. But like I said, I think in the pursuit of that, I think it's gonna hurt them in the long run. Now if they don't get the record,
I don't think so. This is the reason why. This is wait. I disagree. Hold on. I disagree. I don't think it's gonna mess with them because outside or unlike Golden State, they saw it. Then it was like, should we go for it? Should we not? Right? And they were an older team than what OKC is now. There was added pressure because they were already great for so long. OKC's been really good for 2.5 seasons. That's it. There's not all of that built up pressure. All of these guys are still young. They're still playing with house money. So that's the reason why I think long term it doesn't affect them like it affected Golden State.
Jalen.
Okay.
I think it's a multiple things. I feel like everybody has made good points in some aspect. One thing is the consistency in the schedule is like y'all said, y'all knew where to go on what day to look. Now, even though you know it's on Prime, it's on Peacock, it's on ESPN, there's still no consistency outside of Peacock on Mondays. And then right now you're not gonna get any traction because of Monday Night Football. Like it's just not gonna happen. Even with the NFL, at least you know consistency. Thursday, I'm on Prime. Sunday, I'm CBS, Fox, and then Peacock. Monday, I'm on ESPN. I don't even have to know what game is on, but when I want to watch football, I know where exactly to go. With basketball right now, I have to think about, like, which app am I going to? Like, I'm talking about just national television. This for the casual fan, not the person who's looking at every single thing. The casual fan is like, oh, it's on ESPN tonight, or is it on Prime tonight, or is it on Peacock tonight? Like, there's no consistency right now. And looking at the schedule, the national schedule is still all over the place. There's no consistent. Prime and ESPN, they just switch days whenever, and it's weird. So that's going to constantly be a problem that they need to change. On top of that, there's nobody with true charisma. You know what I'm saying? That like outside of the game for the casual fan. Like there's no top billing player outside of Ant. Like the Greek, like the not. I mean, Giannis is still Giannis, but he's not playing. Like he's hurt,
He's
and
not cool.
they're not. But that's not even not being cool. He's not at the top of the league right now. They don't have a winning record to even care about. Even if he was healthy, there would be no winning record for us to talk about. Like Shea has no charisma outside of him playing on the court. So there's nothing to gravitate towards him for the casual fan to pay attention to from him. And outside of that, there's no big dog to root against. Like you root against the Warriors. Like even when the Celtics were good the last couple of you were rooting against the Celtics because like you were expecting them to come out the East. You root against Miami. Even NFL, you still root against the Chiefs. Like that's why the Cowboys and the Chiefs game. Like you had the biggest fan franchise and the winners, the people that the dynasty that's been going on. You've seen two big things collide. Like the NBA. I mean, I'm not saying all hope is gone, but I think there's a lot of shit they need to clean up.
What are you watching right now in the NBA? Who are you following, Jay? Before you go.
I'm actually following my team because I'm following Jalen Johnson right now. So I mean, we ain't great, but I got something to be happy about. So I'll be tapping in with Jalen Johnson. But I mean, as far as everything else, yeah, OKC. I mean, yeah, even with the Lakers, like because OKC is such a juggernaut. If it wasn't for OKC, people would be talking about Lakers being a contender because they actually look good. Like, but because of OKC, nobody's paying attention. So it's just like. Yeah.
See, even with the Hawks, I feel like that's a storyline. That's definitely a storyline. The team got better with their star player not playing.
You're speaking from a hooper. You're not speaking from a casual fan.
Like
casual
basketball.
fans don't give a fuck
Yeah,
about
that's
this.
what I'm saying.
We all like basketball. What are y'all talking about?
Hey, like
it's
two different minds. It's two different minds, bro. I like watching college girls basketball, bro, and that's not the disrespect, but I think they actually have better hoops than the men for the last couple years.
And it's way more interesting.
Shitting on the NBA conversation.
See, the thing is,
we're not shitting on it though.
We're not shitting on
We've
it.
been doing this for the last 2 years.
We're not shitting on
they just doing a bad job.
I'm not shitting on them,
bro. Like
they're doing a bad job.
This is what I was going to comment on, and it's early, but we them boys just put in there, and they've been saying in the chat that viewership is up this year. Now, I think part of that has to do with the partnerships that they've acquired in the offseason to expand their reach and reach more people, which increase the viewership. So should there be more narratives and storylines and stuff like that they can do? Yes, but that if it wasn't the case, then people wouldn't be watching. Now you can make the stats say whatever you want to say. That's one thing I learned. This statistic is that you can use the stats to tell whatever story. Yes, viewership is up 30%. That could be due to them increasing the number of places that people can watch it. That may indeed be a fact, but nevertheless, it is up. What I want to say is that I think that there are things that are interesting. OKC having only one loss until losing to the Spurs, I think that is a story. I think LeBron dwindling out and being out of here and not playing for a while and the league moving on and being replaced with some of these young guns, I think as FIFO mentioned earlier, I think that's a story. Cooper Flag just put up 40 as an 18-year-old.
Youngest player to ever do it.
It's a lot of it has to do with, yes, the NBA could probably send out all these PR press releases or whatever, but it has to be covered. And if it's not covered, then people are not going to talk about it, and it won't reach to the casuals who's sitting up watching fucking ESPN all day. But you know why they're not covering it? It's not because there's a lack of narratives or storylines. It's because the NFL just drives viewership. Colin Cowherd for years told everybody, I talk about the damn things that drives the numbers. And that is the thing. But if they were more selective in terms of producers and they find time to cover some of this stuff, then it would.
My last point, Ken,
only speaks to Q's overall point.
Hold on.
NBA is not interesting. And it's not driving viewership.
It is.
It's not. Up 30%. If it was, they would be talking about it.
But I really just want to make this one simple point: is that
you never make simple points, Q.
It is a simple point if y'all listen. Like the thing is that the kids are not interested. The kids are not interested, and we disrespect the youth by acting like we can't tell what the fuck is going on. Is your son running in the room? Can't be like, oh my god, Casson Wallace's defense against the Spurs. No one's doing that. He's not running in talking about some, oh my god, Jalen Johnson's turnaround jumper is so insane. No one's doing that. But just 10 years ago, kids were running all over the court like, I'm Steph Curry, I'm Steph Curry, I'm Steph Curry. Kids were talking about Kids are not really watching anything.
Are they watching first things first? Are they watching the programming?
I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I think adults more so drive ESPN. But like the kids, much like hip hop, which is a whole separate conversation, they are the core of the fanfare. And the fact is that I'm defining kids between the ages of like 10 and 18, 10 and 19. And the kids are just not there no more, bro. And that's why we're not seeing people want to replicate, want to emulate. There's not even like a hot shoe besides Anthony Edwards. Nobody wants.
He got the hottest shoe. He got the hottest shoe. John. And
the NBA demoted John.
It's the charisma, bro. Like it's the charisma. Like you have to have the it off, just not just on the court. It has to be off the court, bro. Like it does matter, and there's only two people.
Well, I want to
talking about.
Well, we talking about it. We talking about it. My thing is, I wanted to talk about NBA. Can you mention the Christmas Day games? Can you mention what we got for Christmas Day? So Luke can watch something because NFL.
Is it going to be on regular TV or do I got to fucking
I don't even know.
Download a VPN
right now.
Do I got to download a VPN to watch some crazy ass?
We're gonna watch Marty Supreme on Christmas anyway.
So we got the
you sound old as hell. Nigga said he got to download a VPN. You sound old as hell.
We have the Cavs. Knicks.
I'm okay with it.
Falling off from last year. The Spurs, Thunder. That should be a good rebound.
That's a good one. That's the one to watch.
Mavs, Warriors. People not talking about Steph Curry falling off.
He's gonna be sleep off the itis or the sweet potato pie.
Lakers, Rockets. The Lakers are surging.
That's a good one too. The Rockets playing well too.
KD, and T-Wolves versus the Nuggets. Now,
are those going to be played at 10:30?
Yeah, the last one is definitely going to be 10:30.
You know it. You know it is.
Great.
I'm interested in all those games. Actually, I want to see the Knicks start the day off with a dub. I got Houston over. Is it Houston, LA? I got Houston over them. I got the Spurs over OKC because I fuck with Wemby talking about some. I don't like how the OKC gets down with how they play basketball because they'll be cheating and shit. And then of course
I'm gonna hit the group chat on Christmas, Nick, and everybody in that bitch gonna be asleep besides me and you. Hey y'all watching the Thunder game?
I'm definitely watching that Thunder game. I think
the
Thunder will beat San Antonio that day.
The last con I would say about the NBA is I hated how Adam Silver came out and said, "Yeah, if we basically said if we price niggas out from the NBA, there's free highlights on YouTube to watch." Like that was the travesty of what this whole conversation has been about as far as who's watching, who's not. Outside of that, I do think, this NBA Cup is still a close game in the third quarter. Knicks down by 5 points, but still, like I think is
this the final game?
Yeah, I think we're the championship. I think we're pivoting. We're pivoting to basketball being relevant again now that people seem to care.
I think that cup thing is going to work out. It seems to be gaining momentum.
Yeah, they're playing harder too. Like I said, they're playing for how much money is it? 500,000 they're playing for?
Yeah.
500.
And for a lot of those guys, that's a lot of money for a lot of these guys. And
it's untaxed.
Yeah, no. and they're
hell no, nigga.
I don't think so.
You ever got a bonus from work and it's been untaxed? Nah, that shit ain't untaxed.
They hooping though, and it's been pretty. Like I said, it's been pretty competitive so far. So it's not like they out there just going through the motions.
All right, and
this is on Amazon.
Yes.
Yeah. So when I said Steph was falling, I have Steph on my fantasy team, so I know performance-wise what he's doing. But I was talking about him staying healthy. He seems to be hurt.
Stupid kid.
Nevertheless, all right. Well, we tried to talk basketball.
We tried, Ken. I think
that was a great. I think that was a great basketball talk.
We gotta get.
I think that was a really good basketball talk.
We gotta get. We gotta give FIFO his box segment where he mute all the mics again.
This is wild. This is wild.
This was, I think, was on point.
I thought it was a fruitful conversation.
Me too.
Yeah, we may need to have like another day for basketball.
That's gonna be a short show.
I just hate the fact. I hate the fact that the Knicks are doing so well, and I have no one to share this news with. Ken.
They're about to lose, Nick.
It's gonna lead to where it always leads you. The second quarter, because we're actually behind schedule, so let's try to pick things up. Back to the NFL. We witnessed two matchups on Sunday that ended in nightmare scenarios for the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers. The Chiefs suffered the ugliest loss of Patrick Mahomes' career at home against their division rivals, the LA Chargers, falling 16-13. The loss was twice as devastating, as it not only eliminated them from playoff contention, but also resulted in Mahomes suffering a season-ending ACL injury. Also, the Packers lost Micah Parsons to an ACL as well in their 34-26 loss to the Denver Broncos. Which of these nightmare scenarios was worse for the two teams? And are the Broncos now the favorites to win the NFC?
AFC.
Can we all so hands up if it's the Packers that has the worst scenario? Everyone else? Okay, so cool. So the only ones that saying the Chiefs are Ken and Spike as the worst?
Oh, no, the Chiefs were already done. So
I missed it. I'm sorry.
So I was saying between the two, everyone seemed to agree that the Packers, because they were still in contention, that's like the more.
Oh yes, I agree.
That's the more catastrophic scenario. So I think we should all start there.
If we're starting with the Packers, I will say this. First things first. I don't judge everything equally. I judge everything fairly, and I say that to say that's the best game I've ever seen Bo Nix play.
I'm like Brown versus Border Education.
Listen, I'm trying to give credit where credit's due. That was
somebody said that in all hands meeting.
From start to finish, that was the best Bo Nix performance I've ever seen in a football game, especially when it's stakes on the line, because they also knew that the Patriots were playing the Bills and the number one seed was still up to, potentially up for grabs. And they may have secured that with the win. And we'll get to the Bills, the Pats Bills game. But if the Broncos continue to play like that and they give Bo Nix performance like that, they have a great argument they winning it all this season. Especially if they get the number one seed and everybody got to come to Denver. going on to the Packers, that's the losing Parsons in that way because they was holding him all game. They only called one holding call, but they was holding that nigga all game. And then he gets that injury. The team, and it was like in the third quarter. What really started was that pick that Love threw, which was like a 50-50 ball with Patrick Surtain and Christian Watson. Chill out, Ken. And they was up by 10. If they would have scored, Sheldon, if they would have scored another touchdown, that game is over. But Denver came back and they won. And to me, the Packers coming up with this, it was already going to be tough to go to Chicago and try to get another win, especially how the last game ended. But now they're fighting for their chance for the playoffs too. Not even just the division. So I think this put the Packers. I'm not gonna say this. I mean, they're still my Super Bowl pick, but that's only if Love is like balling. Like,
does this change your opinion of Love, Nick? Because you were very high on.
I'm still high on Love
last week.
Yeah, I'm still high on. He played for the most. Honestly, he played for the most part great in that game. Now the pick that the pick for Watson, that was a bad one, but it was still a 50-50 ball. He should have, if he would have threw it out more instead of throwing off his back foot, I think Watson either catches it or it's a deflection. And then that second pick that happened, that was off the receiver's hands, bro. If it's in your hands, bro, you're supposed to catch
Nick,
that.
He is never going to set his feet, bro. Just let him.
Hey, but for someone who don't set his feet, he the greatest motherfucker.
Because every time there's like four times a game.
That was Aaron Rodgers.
There's 4 times a game where I'm like, all right, that should have been picked.
Yeah,
but it ain't. But it ain't
until it gets picked, and then you're like, all right.
But it get for those plays in that game, bro. Those picks were not because of he threw it off his. Well, maybe because the first one for Christian Watson was if he led into it. But I still am high on Jordan Love. My thing is like again, Sheldon. What I always say, what I say, Sheldon. Once you get paid, there's no excuses. Right. So I expect him to still play at this high level he's been playing, where it's low turnover is high reward. So we'll see. Chicago's a must win though. If the Packers lose that game, this whole season is in question.
Jordan Love been playing at a high level now. Okay, all right. No, the Packers injury is definitely the worst. Because Michael Parsons was starting to come alive. And I really felt like over the last 4 or 5 games, for sure, his presence was being felt, getting to the quarterback. I think he earned much of the trade against the Lions on Thanksgiving. And then the 2 games after that, he had been balling. So for this to happen to him right now, it's just extremely tragic for him. Not that it's going to be career threatening. Potentially, there's always like 5% chance that you don't come back the same with ACLs now. But because he's such an explosive player, you know what I'm saying, and his ability to chase the quarterback from sideline to sideline laterally could be affected by the ACL injury if they try to rush him back. And that's why if you're the Packers, you're going to have to take this one a little bit gingerly. I don't know if 9 months should be the – you know what I mean? Because Aiden Hutchinson came back and he's doing good, but it's like his explosion, his agility is not the same. And I wonder if that could have been potentially helped if he took maybe a 1 or 2 or potentially more months to get right. But if doctors medically clear you as a competitor, you're going to want to play. So if this process now with Micah is more about saving him from himself so you can get the return on your investment, because the Packers gave so much up for him. But it's still the most tragic because they were right there and he would have been huge to have in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. He would have, in the fact that the NFC is so wide open the way it is as far as who can take the crown, having him on your side made you that much stronger. He created havoc for that defense that's going to be hard to duplicate. It's going to be really, really, really hard to recreate that with somebody else. And he was the one person on that defense that you had to give an account for on every play. And he was, like you said, he's beginning to come into his own these last couple games. He was getting held a lot, but at the same time, they'll call those a little bit better. I would think going into the playoffs they would have, but we won't get to see that part from him. So it's really a rough thing for him to go down like that. I hate that Patrick went down as well because we're talking about GOAT status. We're talking about one of the greatest of all time and a person that's chasing greatness. So for him to go down with an injury like that, this year he's had to use his legs a lot more than the years past. I don't know if y'all noticed, but he was running a lot more. than he ever have. And I was noticing that all year long. And what made me feel bad about this game is I noticed that they were talking about his leg injury. He was already limping. He was already hurt. So watching him try to tough through it and to go down that way, that was just hard to watch, especially somebody you're rooting for to be successful as far as, his career is concerned. I hope he can bounce back and be what he once was or close to what he was at least, so we can see that path continue and he can, knock off Tom Brady one day. But, if he doesn't, that's going to be painful. But as far as this year goes, it's more tragic for Green Bay because I think that they were going to have a shot to go on a run. But now I don't think they do.
I agree with you with everything you said about Green Bay, but I want to talk a little bit more about Kansas City. I do think what this does, it expedites the retool / rebuild that they have to go through. And in all honesty, because of where or what time of the season that it happened to Pat Mahomes, the earliest he'll come back is right around September, which is right at the beginning of the season. For me, sit him down next year too, because now you're not going to make the playoffs. You're going to have a better draft pick this year.
Sit him down all next year.
Why force him back?
Hey, Lou. When we had this conversation in chat about Burrow coming back and all that shit, we was like, nah, nigga, you get paid a child's game, you got to play. FIFO, I'm with you as far as not rushing him back, but if he's healthy to play, he got to get up out of there, bro. He getting paid too much money. He's the franchise, bro.
You can't sit a full year.
We're not paying you all this money to sit down, nigga.
No, he can't sit a full year.
Man,
but go ahead, keep going with your reasoning though.
Well, look, at the end of the day, the bigger story is that Kansas City has to reboot, right? Like we've called out their O-line, their wide receiver group. Their defense has aged immensely in a year. So for me, this is not a good thing, but I think it does expedite the reboot that they need to kind of, maximize the rest of Pat Mahomes' career. Because at the end of the day, Shote, you named Tom Brady. It happened both in the season coming after a Super Bowl, a Super Bowl loss, same leg, same year. So, at the end of the day, Tom Brady still came back and was great. I think Pat Mahomes will too. Maybe he won't be the same kind of athlete, but at the end of the day, he can sling the pill.
I don't know if Patrick Mahomes can. I'm not sure. I think that he will based off what we've seen. But to your point, FIFO, if I'm Patrick Mahomes, I get to sit back now and take a look at how good is the Chiefs organization. What are y'all going to do? Andy Reid, 68 years old. Ain't no coaches won Super Bowls past the age of 68. So if I'm Patrick Mahomes, I'm coming off this injury, I'm in rehab, I get to see how y'all supporting me. I get to see what type of moves are y'all going to make this a better situation where I don't get my ACL torn because I'm doing some crazy shit outside of the pocket when I should have a great offensive line, or I should have receivers that could get open, or I should have running backs that could make yards. I ain't got none of that right now. So if I'm Patrick Mahomes, I get to take a look at the situation and see, is this where I want to be for the second half of my career? Because that's what we're looking at now. Just like we talked about Brady got hurt in the same season, season 9. They brought in Moss the next season. Who the Chiefs going to bring in that looks like Moss? Nobody. To Patrick Mahomes next year. Well, so how much leeway is he going to give them in his recovery and being like, I want to be a Kansas City Chiefs from start to finish, and I think this is where I'm going to win at. That's what we got to start looking at, I think, at this situation for Patrick Mahomes and him being hurt.
That nigga signed a 10-year contract like 4 years.
Yeah, and another point on to that, Doc. I think next year his cap hit is like $78 million. So
I don't
a
think
lot of that is on
right. So I can put my nuts on the table,
bro.
A lot of that.
Y'all are right. I can put my nuts on the table if I'm Patrick Mahomes and say, y'all are stuck with me at this contract level for the next 10 years. These are the things that I want. I'm potentially the best quarterback in the league. I might want Andy Reid to be gone.
But
I may want y'all to spend money on the offensive line versus wide receivers. Like he can start tossing his nuts around now, especially since he's hurt.
But I guess my question to him is, what are you going to do to help that? Because you're already going to be over the cap next year. You don't have no. My point. Yeah, you got to give up some money or something because there's no way to bring. There's no way to bring in more talent.
Dak already make more than me, which is absurd.
That is the Tom Brady way. If you're gonna do it, is give some of the money back and restructure. Yeah. But the thing is,
he already did that though.
Yeah, I mean,
they $78 million next year.
The thing is, though, that they really did get him for a discount already. With that 10-year deal. He really should have been doing 3-year deals and making them like just cracking them over the head every 3 years. But he's so generous, I guess, and his agent, which I don't know why they did this, but
I thought the 10-year deal was built in the fact that some of that money is going to the part ownership of the Kansas City Royals. Like he got some bread from that to where like you know how they get the Kawhi Leonard shit where like we paying you with this.
But Nick, that is that's kind of where I'm at with it as well. Almost with I'm in between Spike and where FIFA at, where it's like I see for Patrick Mahomes, hey, this is a crossroads in your career where Brady went 10 years without winning a Super Bowl. You know, so now you're in that danger zone potentially where you want to kind of thwart that trend if you're trying to maintain your GOAT case, quote unquote. You want to, try to get back within the next 2-3 years. Obviously, you want to do it next year. But if you're rushed back and it's not looking like you have your full strength already, and then you see the guys around you and all you got is Xavier Worthy and Rashee Rice, I have to look at my general manager and be like, can we do anything? Can we Chris Jones just signed $144 million deal last year. Yeah. So it's like, I don't even know if his contract. Yeah, he overpaid, and it's like, is he gonna restructure? Is he gonna?
My thing is this: the blessing in disguise that could be this best case scenario for what Lou was saying is the front office for the Chiefs proves that they still got it as far as getting high quality talent for low picks. As far as like they're gonna be shitty the rest of the season. I think it will be in their best interest to lose the rest of these games, especially with Gardner Minshew as their quarterback. Secure a top 15 pick in every round so that way you can retool that offensive line and get more weapons. And then next season, I wouldn't rush Patty back until around this time next year. Just let him to get the rust off because everybody knows when you go from an ACL, it's not the year that you come back, it's the year after that to where you're back to somewhat normalcy. So I think they'll still be they'll be in the same position, losing about 7-8 games, maybe even more, even if he does come back sometime next year. And then again, they'll still pick in the top 15 of that draft. I'm saying they need to retool in the draft because, like you said, Sheldon, they're not going to be able to sign anybody. I think they can try to force Travis Kelce to retire to clean the money off the books. I think Chris Jones is a free agent after this season, if I'm not mistaken.
He just did when he.
He just signed a deal. I think you should trade. You should trade Chris Jones in the offseason because ain't nobody. I don't think he would want to be there because there's no one want him though. I mean, you could give him to Philly.
He'll have a market.
An inter-conference team will take him. The Broncos, the Chargers.
No, because that deal is too crazy already, and then you're seeing the decline right now on the Chiefs.
He played great. No, he played great. He's been playing really well this season. He ain't.
He's just dominant. He's not worth the price anymore.
He's not worth the price for what you're paying him for.
Yes, but in the right situation, I think that could definitely help you out and take you over the top.
Of course, but to me, he's at the point where it's like to me, you make a move for Chris Jones the same way that the Rams made a move for Von Miller to bring him in with Aaron Donald. You know what I'm saying? That's where you bring that in. Where
I agree.
He's a complimentary cherry on top. He's not a swing for the fences here and build my defense around Chris Jones. He's a 34.
No, that's what I'm saying. You pair him with something else. Granted, it's like I can see the Patriots. The Patriots got a lot of cap space. They ain't really paying nobody.
Any team with a rookie scale quarterback should make the move.
Okay,
that have promise.
He's 31, so I could talk myself into it if he restructured, but I would need some draft capital to also take that off your hands if I'm Kansas City as well.
Originally, why I came on is because y'all talking about Kansas City, but this sound like caping for billionaires. These niggas already won multiple times. They've been to the mountaintop. Like I thought the question was asking like which injury like hurts more, like is more pivotal.
We did say that. And we said Green Bay.
Yeah, we said Green Bay.
But y'all went back to talking about Kansas City when I think like talking about Green Bay, like how do you move forward, because you gave up your first round picks, you gave Micah the deal. Like this was the year. Like y'all have lost a lot, and y'all still have potential. Like you still have momentum in a way. But this was the year.
But Green Bay's still young though.
Yeah, but the NFC is the NFC. If we look at the NFC and we're projecting the future of the NFC and even their own division, like that's not a guarantee for Green Bay. Like Green Bay's division is tough within itself. The NFC obviously is tough with is a tough conference that we didn't think was going to be what it is right now. So looking at it, you gave up a lot, and you still probably may not get a championship. At least KC can be like, "Yo, we got 3 championships."
Well, see, that's the thing, though, Doc. For me, like I said, the thing for me, I said Green Bay for that reason that you said is wide open right now for them to take it. They have just as good a shot as anybody else. And losing, arguably your best player, it pours water all over that. So that's kind of what's dead. But the only reason I brought up Kansas City was because of the legacy chasing that they're doing right now. He's chasing greatness, and this puts a damper on that for me. He's not the same quarterback as Tom Brady. They have 2 different styles of game. What makes him special is the fact that he's elusive. He can scramble out of the pocket. That changes his game. Him standing back there and sitting still like Tom Brady did, that really is not his game. And it could be, but it's just not. So therefore, I think his greatness would be in question by his injury. That's the only reason I say it's unfortunate on that side.
If Patrick Mahomes never takes another snap, he's still at least top 3 all time.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. He's chasing number 1. He has it's a possibility that he would have gotten there had he not gotten injured, is what I'm saying.
Well, Shelton, it's over. The one thing Brady had is he had Belichick. Andy Reid, bro. It's time.
Not like that.
It's time. Nah, it's time.
But Mahomes gets to pick his next coach, though.
Who's out there, though, Lou?
Do we know if he can do that?
Whoever Mahomes wants.
Sharon Moore.
We know what they're doing. All right. You better watch. Just watch it.
Yeah,
I think Mahomes might be the one person that gives EB a chance.
Hey, everyone's talking about how their offense ain't looked the same since
it hasn't looked the same since EB left.
He should, but I don't know if he can or will.
The only person Lou, you said to use your own argument, Mahomes can pick his head coach. He's got enough cachet in that franchise.
He will be able to.
Like if he wanted Eric Bieniemy, like
he ain't gonna pick Eric Bieniemy though.
If he pick EB, that's insane.
He ain't gonna pick. He won't.
EB fighting.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, he won't.
Yeah, it's over for you.
And he's doing well. In
Brian Flores. Kid.
Don't you got? We need to talk, bro.
We kind of already talked about it.
Joe Burrow.
No. I know your punk ass was gonna bring up Joe Burrow. That's why I didn't do it.
I ain't having fun no more.
I wanted to talk about the NBA and the NBA Cup because, like I said, bro, the New York Knickerbockers. I see y'all in the chat, nigga. They making a run again. All right, it's 89-94 Spurs up. Hey, Wemby's going nuts right now. So this is gonna be they playing playoff basketball right now for this NBA Cup. But I want to talk about as far as like Ken. I know we butchered the first quarter of this episode, but I do think the NBA is coming back into form as being one of the top, sports genres that we talk about or that is talked about, because I think it did take a dip, but it's an international game now, Ken. I'm saying we need to talk about that. I think domestically, Adam Silver with his talks about like if you can't afford it, it's not for you. I think that was more from a domestic standpoint, and he's saying this is an international game right now. I got bigger and better things to do. Like what FIFA? You mentioned the sponsor for the World Cup, for the NBA Cup is what? That's an international. I don't know if that's a foreign brand or whatever.
The
that's
Emirates. The airplane company.
Yeah, and then I see they was playing preseason games in Dubai and shit like that. Yeah. Like they're not catering to the kid in Chicago anymore, the kid in Miami, the kid in LA. They're catering to someone in Greece, someone in Ukraine, someone in someone in elsewhere. So I think that what we need to talk about is the fact that the NBA is not America's genre anymore. It's an international sport. It's the same thing that what the NFL is trying to do with going into London and Europe and now in Mexico. Like they don't, the American demographic, they squeeze enough money out of that. They want to be a bigger brand. And I think this is where it leads to. I think this is what will bring back the NBA to be a more talked about genre. And I also wanted just to shout out to the New York Knicks because they probably going to win the NBA Cup right now, which will be their first title, their first accomplishment, Shelton, on their way to the championship this year. Hey, I'm going to be in the city right there with there. Hey, Q, you got to pull up too. I know you close, nigga. We going to celebrate.
Nick, the Lakers won the first NBA Cup, and it didn't work out so well for them.
Nick is full of shit right now. I don't know what he's talking about. No one cares about this shit, bro. Like nobody gives a fuck about.
Nobody has.
I'm a basketball fan. The foresight is
y'all trying to make it like I'm the only person that's saying this because I like basketball. I watch basketball. I'm a supporter. Yes.
Do you?
This shit just don't translate. Like these niggas is playing the championship right now and no one cares.
I care. I just told you I care.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do, Spike.
Y'all lying.
You don't care.
Y'all are lying.
We're not.
Are you watching this? You watching this right now in the background, FIFA?
I'm watching it right now.
I don't have a setup anymore to do that.
I'm watching it right now.
I'm in new digs, bro.
I'm watching this.
I'm not letting Lou do this again. Nick, I think maybe Adam Silver may have pulled a move that we didn't see coming about with this global expansion. It will be interesting. I think the thing is just what we've seen over the last couple of years when it comes to Joker, Giannis, now SGA, is that they're dull, so Americans don't really give a fuck about them like that. So, and that is the issue, but that's America. And if globally they do, and it works because other people around the globe cares about them more than we do because we want to see mess or whatever it is, then hey, it's working. But I do think that I agree with you that I do think that we're going to see a turn happening. And these young guys that's coming into the NBA, bro, I think they're interesting. I think Wemby is a very, very exciting guy that has a lot of people's attention right now. He just has to stay on the court, and we'll see what happens. So, but yeah, we'll see. All right, pushing along, man. The Rams. The Los Angeles Rams and the Buffalo Bills both pulled off comeback victories on Sunday as the Rams defeated the Detroit Lions at home 41-34, and the Bills beat the red-hot New England Patriots on the road 35-31. Which of these comeback wins was more impressive? And then I have a question about Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, but let's go ahead and tackle this question first.
Josh Allen.
Buffalo was more impressive.
I'm not a Josh Allen hater. Like I believe some people on this show pride themselves on being. That's not even a shot. I just think from what I've heard.
Call niggas out, bro.
No, that's not a shot. I don't know. Some people on this show just don't like him at all, and that's fine. And like you're entitled to that. I am a Jordan Love hater. I don't see it. I don't like him. Like I'll fucking own that.
You hate the black man, but praise the white man. That's not on brand, Q.
That's debatable, by the way. But at the end of the day, Josh Allen, he don't get enough credit for having to be Superman. In my personal opinion, of course, Buffalo's defense to me is very underwhelming. And you look at the fact that they were down 21-0,
21-0.
And of course, everyone's going to give them credit in the second half for buckling down a little bit, but it's easy when you went down 21-0. The other team kind of takes a little bit off the gas. They're a young team. Drake May is still figuring some things out. And Josh Allen put the cape on. You know what I'm saying? Cook put the cape on. And to me, those two are the best players on the team by far. Like the third best player on the team, it's like a crater between them in terms of talent. So the fact that they're even able to do this, it really is just a case of a bunch of guys that really just believe in their quarterback and like the running back. So I will give the Buffalo Bills all the credit in the world, the same way I give Lamar Jackson all the credit in the world for having to carry those bums on his team. So shout out to Josh Allen, and then also Detroit. They kind of played exactly how I expected that game to go. They put up a fight, but the Rams have too much firepower.
Yeah, I disagree with you, Q. I think that Josh Allen gets a lot of the credit. He gets an overwhelmingly high amount of that credit, and most of it goes to him. I thought that what the Rams did was impressive because they were getting Detroit's best shot. I felt like that game was – I thought Detroit had this game sold up and it was over with. I really, really did at the half, watching the way they would – I didn't think that the Rams defense could stop them at all. So for them to come back and a lot of times people look at defense and they say, well, you didn't have a good game because they scored a lot of points. It's the times that you make the stop. If you can make a timely stop, then that's what you got to start looking at more than anything else. When we need you to make a stop, that's when you do it. Then I'm happy with that. And I think that the Rams proved that they got a lot of firepower. He got those weapons on the outside. They made plays when they needed to make plays, and to win that game against Detroit was huge. Because like I said, I thought it was over. I thought Detroit had something to play for more than anybody else out there on the field. When you look at New England, they had something to play for, but not necessarily as much as, say, Detroit. Detroit had to win that game. That was a must-win game, and the Rams just came back and took it.
Yeah, for me, I was more impressed with the Bills just based off of the fact of New England had things to play for, though, Sheldon. They had the number one seats on the line. They could have won the division right then and there if they just secured that 21-point lead. The fact that they lost it at home with Mike Vrabel, everybody's, head coach darling, who was, a coach of the year candidate, the fact that he couldn't get his team to be buttoned up to end off that second half says that they're still young. But Josh Allen, that team, this Bills team should not be as good as it is if it's not for Josh Allen. To me, the Rams Detroit game just cemented the fact that the Rams made the right decision in trading Jared Goff. Like as Jared Goff's best day is Matt Stafford's mid game, and you saw that.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I'm just saying. But like this is their second time playing, and like this is again, like Sheldon said, they had a lot. Like Detroit, even though they've won 8 games, and if they were in the AFC, they probably would damn near be locked in for the playoffs. They're fighting for their seat right now, and they needed that game, and they were up in that game. And the fact that they lost that game to the quarterback that they gave up on, I don't know how they bounce back for the rest of the season. The Rams have a big game coming up against Seattle to help to possibly secure their spot for the number 1 seed. But I can't deny that the best outing and showing was from Josh Allen.
I think the NFC is a toss-up. You don't know what you're going to get when you moving forward from the Rams or any other team that we think is good in the NFC. So that's why I would give this to Josh Allen. Like Josh Allen did what we expect him to do as to how people have been talking about him since he came into the league. He did that. He did what he was expected to do in this game, and I think he'll continue to do it moving forward. Like this is his season to lose. If he can't complete the mission here with no Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, probably no Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, probably no Joe Burrow in the playoffs, like this is the season for Josh Allen to
Burrow. He out of there.
Yeah, all of them, pretty much. But this is the season for Josh Allen to do what we expect him to do. And this game was the start of it. Like they had to come back. They had to do some things against a team who's been performing well. They 10 whatever.
They won 10. Yeah, they won 10 straight.
Yeah. So I think that this is the moment and the season for Josh Allen to be who we expect him to be, and that's why I put more on this performance than the other one.
So while you're there, Lou, which quarterback has more pressure to reach the Super Bowl this postseason now that the Chiefs are gone? So Josh Allen over Lamar Jackson?
I don't think Lamar will make. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. I don't think the Baltimore Ravens are going to make the playoffs, and I think, especially since they're not going to make the playoffs, now you're looking at Josh Allen, who ain't got a Patrick Mahomes to face, ain't got a Lamar Jackson to face, ain't got none of the top guys that we expect him to face in the playoffs to get to that role. This should be, I ain't gonna say a cakewalk, but this should be like, all right, I'm playing with house money here.
And like, that's why
the Bills should be in the Super Bowl.
And that's why I don't know, man. To me, the operative word here is house money, and that's why I don't look at it like they gotta make the Super Bowl this year. I know that might sound crazy.
Can I say something real quick, Q? I don't think it's got to. I think it's they need to continue the narrative that Josh Allen is the best player in the league, like a lot of people try to say.
I think
he's MVP.
I would understand if they didn't make it. I get it. But if they don't, I don't want to hear nobody say, "Oh, Josh Allen is this and he's that." He's
the reigning MVP.
But to me, that all depends on the context of these games, because, bruh, he is Superman to that team the same way that like Lamar Jackson is Superman to that team. And the difference here for me is that Lamar Jackson in the playoff losses that we've seen has underperformed. I don't see that with Josh Allen in the last 2-3 playoff performances, minus the Bengals game. That was the one where I'm like, all right, he's playing bad. But every time he's played Mahomes, it's come down to a call. It's come down to the wire. It's come down to Tyreek Hill out blazing fast, outrunning the whole team, triple overtime. It's been drama every time. And he's brought it every time. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I don't think that Josh Allen has to go to the Super Bowl this year just because of just how mid I think his team is, bro. If he gets there, I think it's a miracle, and I think you got to give him that credit.
I don't know if we can keep making those excuses, though. I mean, we got James Cook on that team that's dominating from his position. When James Cook plays well, that team wins. If James Cook doesn't play well, they lose. So in saying that, I can't say that for them anymore. Once again, if you're the MVP of the league, and like Nick always say, once you get the money, it is what it is at that point. I'm not going to keep saying, well, he ain't got no team around him, because this is the team, these are the cards that he was dealt, and he's going to have to figure it out. So that's why I say that. We've been saying that Patrick Mahomes was the roadblock for these guys all this time. Now that he's out of the way, what are you going to do next? I can't say that.
My thing was, Shelton, going into the season, who would you say had the better team, the Ravens or the Bills?
That was the Ravens, right?
It was the Ravens. Ravens had more.
So to me, and the Ravens are still in playoff contention. They can still win their division. To me, this is more about, again, I'm not expecting the Ravens and Lamar to get to the Super Bowl, but if they don't even make the playoffs, I'm way more disappointed, because the Bills are gonna make the playoffs regardless of what Josh Allen does. I am, but that's the thing, is like, that's why I said Ken earlier when we were talking about the last topic. I'm not gonna grade everything equally, but I'll grade it fairly. If you get paid to play, you know what I'm saying? Lamar Jackson is a 2-time MVP. He has more MVPs than anybody outside of Patty, deservingly so. He almost won 3 in a row, or 3 MVPs last season. So my thing is, he has to play better. He has to ball out. Now, what he did against the Bengals, that was, I don't know what that was. I don't know if you can credit that to the Ravens or how shitty the Bengals has been playing this season. But either way, you need to win this division. There's no way that a 40-year-old plus Aaron Rodgers should be better than you. There's no way that this Pittsburgh team should be better than you. And on top of that, like everybody said, Patty's out, Burrow's out. A few other a lot of teams are getting injured at the wrong time, like the Packers, like the Chiefs, like even the Rams lost a couple people potentially. Like, this is a time where, like, as Lamar Jackson's like, bro, if you're not gonna show up in this season, then when are you gonna ever show up? Because even when you was healthy with the number 1 seed, you wasn't doing shit. And now that you are nicked up like everybody else. To me, that can't be an excuse because if you healthy enough to play and you healthy enough to play, I'm going to really question Lamar Jackson moving forward if they don't even make the playoffs and don't make a deep playoff run in this game in this postseason, even if they do, because like y'all mentioned, it's only Josh Allen and Lamar who's going to be the best quarterbacks in that AFC, hands down. They should be able to get to that. We should see a Bills-Ravens championship game, and we probably not.
I'm shooting Lamar a lot of bail.
I'm shooting bail.
One, because of the coach that he has. The reason that I'm looking at
that coach got him a number 1 seed, bro.
I'm shooting bail to Lamar Jackson. He need to be in the same situation that Patty is in next year, and I want to pick my head coach because Harbaugh should be out of there, and that shouldn't be my dude. Now, going back to the Josh Allen point, Josh Allen is going to this playoff series in a sense of, I'm the Bills, I got cooked, my team is okay to above average. There's no place in the AFC that I shouldn't be able to go to and win, especially because Patrick Mahomes is not going to be in these playoffs. Lamar Jackson not going to be in these playoffs. I should be able to go into San Diego. I should be able to go into Houston. I should be able to go anywhere. Even if I got to leave Buffalo, me, Josh Allen, being Superman, who they call me that, I should be able to go anywhere and win. So I think it's a lot more responsibility on him this season than it is Lamar Jackson because I'm dealing with this bum ass head coach.
But literally, Sean McDermott isn't that much better than Harbaugh. Actually, he's worse because he hasn't even won a Super Bowl. Like these games that but they were down 21 points. I know we giving credit for them to coming back, but you don't get Sheldon. You don't get credit for fucking up and then making up for that fuck up. And then I'm saying, all right, now you good. They was down 10 points in the fourth quarter to the Bengals.
Yeah.
If Burrow doesn't throw those picks, we looking at possibly a two-game slide, and they're possibly not even making the playoffs, and then everybody gonna blame everybody else but Josh Allen.
But Nick, that's what I'm saying is that for me, I'm shooting bail for both these quarterbacks. It's just like I'm holding them to the same standard, and I just don't think that the organization around them are serious. I don't think the Ravens are serious. I don't think the Bills are serious at all. Can y'all name one like wide receiver on the Bills? Like top of your head,
bro.
Keon Coleman, he getting benched, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. Like,
but my thing is like look at Isaiah Likely on the Ravens, and that's not going to go home about because he can't even hold on to he can't even score a touchdown in the end zone. Like
everybody was talking about DeAndre Hopkins. Where DeAndre Hopkins been?
Look, here's the deal.
They both look mid, bro.
I never thought we would be in the business of making excuses or shooting bail for quarterbacks.
I'm sure
this elite, especially a one that's won 2 MVPs,
right?
And another one that's won an MVP. I mean, what part of the game is that? What kind of program is this?
Right.
Who are we talking to here? Is everybody else's fault except the guys that's on the field?
Right.
You know, this is new to me. But to answer the question so we can get to the picks, it's Josh Allen. He was the one that the media picked. And if he doesn't get there without Patrick Mahomes, then, yeah, I think that would be a disappointment for him. He has more experience, especially if the Ravens don't get there, than most of the other teams that are there. And he has to get there. And in all honesty, I'm saying he has to win it all. If you ask me, you know,
I agree with that.
I think he should get there, but I think we got to keep the same pressure on Lamar too, bro. He don't get no fucking pass.
I don't disagree.
More pressure on Josh Allen.
Yeah.
If Lamar get there, if Lamar get there,
let me ask you. They're not going to the playoffs. There's a chance that he can still get it. If the Ravens make the playoffs, Lou, you still saying that there's no pressure on Lamar Jackson to make a deep playoff run?
No, bro, that defense is terrible.
No, it's not.
The Bills' defense is terrible.
I'm not making no excuses for nobody's team, man.
They're both terrible, bro.
You putting more on Lamar Jackson than you putting on Josh Allen. That team is not equipped to make a deep playoff
run. To whom much is given, much is expected. You got the MVP. What are we talking about here?
I'm saying based off of what the NFL has told me, one has 2 MVPs, one has 1. So to me, that player is designed to win more. He's won. If you look at his winning record,
Spike. Spike. So is Lamar Jackson, if he makes the playoffs, is Lamar Jackson supposed to hold up his MVP award in front of Derek Stingley and them, or if he plays the Houston Texans defense? Like, what the fuck does that mean, bro?
This is insane,
I never subscribe to that simple ass shit that y'all be saying about, oh, you got paid. I don't give a fuck about who got paid. You got to face grown ass men on the other side of the field.
Lamar's done this, but Lamar's done this for years, bro.
I don't care about your awards. Your coach is terrible. Your defense is terrible. Your O-line is
so let me ask you: Is this the year he gets an excuse, or does he get it all the time? Because we pretty much say this the same thing all the time, and he's been far with this same team. Same thing with all these other quarterbacks. These teams have pretty much been the same all the time. Correct? I don't recall ever being like, oh, Lamar has great receivers this year. It's always been the same team. Exactly. So why should he get a pass this year?
The defense has been a lot better in years past, and now they just completely fallen apart. To me,
they just shut out the Bengals.
Yeah. All right, well, we're coming up on time. Yeah, let's move to our weekly picks. We're back again for another week of our NFL weekly picks. Last week's top dog was a tie between Spike and Shelton, who went 4-1, both of them. So let's see who will be leading the pack after week 16 and 17. So they kind of been combined because it's the holiday season. So let's start with the Rams and Seattle first for week 16.
Sheldon got that Chauncey Billups connect.
I gave up my gambling ways too, by the way.
Right, he did. Oh, you saw that? You saw that post Lou said in the chat where they gonna be taxing niggas whether they win or lose.
I had already gave up. He said just saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, something happened with the graphics. Okay, cool. So Rams, Seattle. I went with the Rams. Who'd y'all go with? You gotta look it up.
Hold on. Let me make sure.
I went with Seattle.
Oh, okay. At home, huh?
Yeah, I know. Well, the reason why I did is because the Rams won the first game, and I think Seattle's gonna come out. You know, I'm sure they probably felt like they could have won that game had they played just a little bit better. And I think they'll get a better showing this time. The defense has stepped up from Seattle too. Defense tough.
Can you say the Rams? I'm with the Rams as well.
Okay.
I went Rams too.
And I
don't believe in Seattle.
I think that Adams won't play either. It's going to be tough for Adams to get back with that hamstring.
I don't think that matters. You're right. That's a big injury. I don't think it matters in this game. I think Seattle's offensive team, they on offense, they
couldn't even score 20 points.
Bro, they look like trash
against the Colts, bro. Who's your pick, FIFO?
Seahawks.
Y'all keep on the Sam Darnold shit, bro.
He's just a regular season guy. So I think if he can give you regular season wins, that's cool.
Yeah.
He Jordan Love. He don't like Jordan Love, so it's cool.
Chill out, don't do that.
Next up, we have Green Bay and Chicago. I went Chicago.
I think Green Bay has some Ewing theory shit going on here with losing the best player, and it's going to gas them up.
FIFO, you got the Bears?
The Bears.
I'm going go Pack Go. This gonna be a inspirational game, Sheldon.
It might be.
Is Caleb going to miss DJ Moore wide open for the last play of the game?
I don't know. That one pass he threw that was stupid.
It was dumb as hell. DJ could have easily gave it a touchdown.
He was wide open. He jumped to the end zone.
I'm talking about in the last game. He
jumped,
he rolled the ball. He never. And the dude caught it. It was a great pass, but it was a dumbass pass too.
Yeah.
His game.
Who you got, FIFO?
I got.
You already said that. Lou, who you got?
I got Chicago.
Yeah, I got the Bears too.
From the injuries that Green Bay has, I don't think. Chicago gonna whoop them.
They doing it for Lil Saint.
And they doing it for Lil Saint.
All right.
The Jacksonville game we should have picked though. The Jacksonville versus the Broncos. That's a big game.
Well,
that's a
we
big
don't
game.
have graphics, so if you want to go ahead and make a call, we can make an audible real quick before we go to week 17.
I got it. Jacksonville versus Broncos. I got the Broncos.
That's not even a game to me, bro. Like everybody's picking the Broncos.
I'm sleeping on the Broncos. This is for the number 1 seed in the AFC.
No, I'm saying
just because it ain't got shit to do with the Bengals don't mean that.
This is not even that. It's like Lou, without any doubt in your mind, do you think the Jags have any chance to win that game?
The Jaguars
beyond that,
balling,
Nick,
do you know who they've been beating? Do you know who they've been beating, Lou? Bombs.
Nick. Nevertheless, though, you got to look at the stakes of the game. You know, these are both big games for both teams.
Number 1 seed,
bruh. I will go to Outback Steakhouse for steaks. This ain't no steaks, kid. This is an easy dub, bro. Denver has proven. Denver has proven at this point of the season.
You said that when KC played Jacksonville and Jacksonville walked away with the victory. You said
all right. So you got Denver, Nick. Well, who you got, Shelton?
Give me Denver. Denver.
Broncos go sweep.
So that's the only way that Jacksonville gonna win because we said Denver.
Yeah.
Where's the game at?
Where's the game at?
Is it in Denver?
If it's in Denver,
it's in Denver.
Okay, they're like what's their record, Shelton? They're like 11-1 in America.
Home.
Like, come on, bro. That's not even.
It's gonna be cold too. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Jacksonville just for shits and giggles.
Sunshine don't want to deal with that cold.
Nah. Philly versus Buffalo. I went Philly.
Absolutely.
We do play Buffalo.
And this is week 17, by the way.
This is the next week.
Yeah.
This week is Washington.
Oh, okay. Damn, I don't even know, man. I think I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
Okay.
Who you got, FIFO?
Wait, this is
week 17. We're in week 17 because we're gonna be out pretty much the next 2 Tuesdays, so that's why.
Because I know all we gotta do is beat the Commanders and we clinch, right?
Yes.
Right. I feel like we're gonna drop it.
That's what's the matchup? What's the
Philly
matchup?
versus Buffalo?
That is true, but I still think they'll beat Buffalo. But if they'll clinch if they beat Washington this week, so they could sit the starters.
Hey, we don't care, man. Go ahead.
Spike, who you got?
I got Dallas.
I got Buffalo.
I got 9.
I picked Buffalo too. Buffalo needs to keep winning.
Hey, Eagles were talking mad shit after whoever on the Raiders last week.
Fucking Raiders, like get the fuck out.
They were talking shit, bro. Kobe Dean was like, I wouldn't want anybody else as my quarterback.
It is so
Y'all fucking lost to Shidur.
It's pathetic.
Last week.
It's pathetic as hell, man. I'm not trying to hear that shit.
Anyway, Houston versus the Chargers, week 17.
This is a game. This is a game, Lou.
Houston, not a game. Houston. Not a game.
Final score gonna be like 17-9.
Yeah, not a game.
Who you got?
17-9.
Lou, who you got?
Let me make sure
Shelton, who you got?
Houston. It's not a question. That defense gonna be all over. Herbert.
CJ Stroud turning into Jalen Hurts the way he got to manage the game.
FIFA, who you got?
I ain't mad at it though. He see how he winning though.
Ken, who you got?
I think the Texans defense is something to be fucked with. I
went Texas, man. That defense is for real.
You already know me. You already know me, bro. It's hardball, boy. Hey, listen. Hey, Sheldon. Philly came to town. He took it down. KC was on the road, took him down. Hardball treat everybody like JJ McCarthy, kid. All I need is a good defense of the run game. I can win with any quarterback. I don't give a damn what condition they in.
Yeah. Hey, JJ had 2 good games back to back.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah.
Who did he just beat? Who did he beat, Lou?
I'm talking about
the Cowboys. He should have looked like fucking.
That's not why I brought it up, Lou. But no, I just wanted to, I shitted on them. I'm
I thought the Cowboys was gonna win the Super Bowl the way they was talking.
All right, so
we out show.
We ain't doing that. We ain't doing
that. Y'all done. We can't hear you, Doc.
Y'all better win the Super Bowl, Sheldon. That's all you talking about. Everybody else, y'all better win the Super Bowl.
Look, man. Hey, they already did.
Nah, I ain't no already did.
They trying to hedge already.
They already did.
Right?
They already did.
Close it out, goddamn.
Well, we got super chat, so we got to get
to close out with a super chat.
We need futuristic medicine for leg injuries ASAP. That's obviously about Patrick Mahomes. Maybe about Michael Parsons, but I doubt it.
Yeah, they do have it.
Yeah.
Shit.
ACL used to be the end of your career.
Yeah. Jamal Mashburn, those guys like that.
Christian McCaffrey is the futuristic medicine. That motherfucker got arthritis.
Arthritis came back in like 9. Like he was right back.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got it already.
Probably trying to get away from that. Never mind.
Yeah, Dak Prescott came back. No, he ain't going nowhere.
Broncos have won 11 straight. Do you believe in them, or what team in the AFC do you believe in now that you're forced to not have blind faith in Patty? Look, I sold my stock on Patty. I told y'all last week I was selling my stock.
I started that talk. I just want to say that I started that talk.
Was that
I reneged a little bit, but I started to.
Ain't no little bit in that. You reneged.
I reneged a little bit, but I was the first one saying that it's over.
That wasn't a little bit.
Yeah,
you went all the way.
Yeah.
That was a complete reverse, bro. The Uno reverse.
Yes,
I believe in the Broncos.
I came on board with the Broncos last week, man. I picked them, against the Packers. So yeah, and then Bo went and showed out.
If there's a team I would believe in, just because I like a good underdog, I'm going with the Texans.
Yeah, the Texans got the formula.
They're copying that Eagles formula.
What's up with the new Ludacris track review, Spike?
Oh wow. Wow.
Luda dropped 46 bars, ain't it what it's called or something like that?
Man, that nigga did some bullshit Instagram day in the life rap. Like, no, I can't believe he paid money to say that.
Guns get drawn like cartoons. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Professor Chaos, we had a whole music discussion all day today. That was deep.
Hey, Ludacris. Hey, Jalen, real talk. Ludacris turned into the KRS-One for this generation.
I love Luda.
That's giving him too much credit. That's giving him too much credit.
Luda got some corny bars, but the way Spike talking about him, Luda got some corny bars. But that's what I'm saying. Corny. Spike is disrespectful. Sometimes he is corny. Like now, so you just disrespectful.
He's corny.
Nah,
you still got hits too, though.
Yeah, it's a couple of niggas you be vouching for that corny.
No, not over Ludacris.
Something that ain't corny, Lou, is the New York Knicks just won the NBA Cup.
Congrats, Nick. Congrats, Nick.
First one of the on the road to destiny.
Nick, congrats. We get first and only championship. That's it.
I'm going to New York tonight.
They'll get they get ribbons.
You get a wristband.
They get the ribbons.
Nick, I do want to point out what the chat pointed out. How you felt about this when the Lakers won the first NBA Cup.
Wow.
Man, I talked about the in-season tournament. Wow. This is the NBA Cup. That is a whole new different thing. It's a new rebrand. Hey, kid, the Lakers was Titty Boy. This is 2 Chainz.
You got it.
All right.
Hey, and now that hold on, I'm about to get off, Ken. But now that I think about it, hey, Ludacris can beat T.I. Spike.
Man, mute this nigga and get him out of here, Ken. Why you letting him talk?
Really beat T.I. in the verse?
He can't. Nah, he can't.
He got more bigger hits. He got more bigger hits.
No, he doesn't.
He got bigger hits.
What are y'all talking about?
He do, bro.
Yeah, he do.
He might beat T.I. He might beat Tip, bro.
No, he don't.
He might beat him.
He got bigger hits.
Ludacris got bigger hits than T.I.
Ludacris has 5 tracks that are undeniable. T.I. got the rest.
Like what?
Okay. Those 5 tracks, I'll give you that. It's 15-5 then.
Yeah.
Ludacris does not have bigger songs than T.I.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he got Ludacris has 5 tracks.
What you know was crazy.
Yeah.
Live your life.
Luda has a better feature run too, though. His feature run's gonna help him out.
Get Jalen out of here, bro. He's disrupting the show. He's just on some.
T.I. got songs with Rihanna. T.I. got songs with Justin Timberlake. Like, come on, bro. Like, we ain't doing
the
that.
boys, I really believe the Broncos will win the Super Bowl. Bo Nix is just okay enough to do the job behind that elite defense.
There will be a big exposing of him. So
that's my favorite right now. I think
we all holding out.
Broncos. I think the Broncos are the favorite to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Nick, he got paid, so no more excuses. Don't make excuses for Burrow, bro. He ain't top 5. He can't stay healthy, so he's not top 5 no more.
If he ain't top 5 to you, that's fine. But we watch these games. That's what I'm trying to say. We watch these games, bro.
Well, how many of them do you watch?
I'm just saying, like, FIFA, name me confidently 5 quarterbacks better than Joe Burrow.
I mean, I can.
Well, I can give you 5 quarterbacks that play more games than Joe Burrow.
I didn't ask that. I asked you, give me definitively 5 quarterbacks. Even Birdman gave me 5 quarterbacks that handily are better than Joe Burrow.
He looking like Joe Williamson out there. Go ahead, man.
That's all I'm saying. Y'all can say he ain't top 5 right now, but you can't say
Joe Budden.
You would pick top 5. You would pick 5 quarterbacks.
He's high on Burrow out there.
Yeah.
Only one more after this. Damp House, y'all ever watch hockey? I've tried to watch hockey.
Ever since the Flyers.
You got to watch hockey in person.
I don't
got to watch hockey in person.
I've been to a hockey game in person. It's way different and way more entertaining.
I like the Flyers, but we suck, bro. So
playoffs is cool.
Last one. Musa, Ken, how happy were you watching Shidur on Sunday?
That's
I don't root for that man's failure, y'all. I never have. I
don't root for his success either. He don't root for his success.
So I was not happy watching the game. I don't cheer for that man's failure like that.
I also don't want him to do well.
I was actually more curious about the commentary about the game after he went and shit the bed like that, which was one of those picks was definitely not his fault. I don't know what the hell Jerry Jeudy was doing. He just missed it. But this Jerry Jeudy, people act like he's like some elite receiver, like they just never seen Jerry Jeudy play before. But shit happens. It happened in a couple of other games, but he owns that stat. It is what it is. But now they're saying Jerry Jeudy a double agent. Nick, they saying Stefanski out there sent him in with a wrong card when Shidur said something got on the card and they had to replace it. That's what Shidur said. He could be lying and covering up. I don't know. I don't know what happened to the card.
I don't like that kind of stuff.
The funniest thing
Shidur said though.
The funniest thing was when FIFO said in our chat that post about Cuz talking about Stefanski's wife is the reason why they can't stand Shidur.
It was because Stefanski was his granddad.
that is next level. But the research that he did, because he got pictures and everything. Remember that picture he had with them just standing randomly with the hat. Hey,
so to give context, there's a story going on online that's saying that the reason that Stefanski doesn't fuck with Shidur is because the reporter who was hating on Deion when he was playing for the Braves and the Falcons and McCarver, and Deion dumped the water on him like 5 times and he was mad at him. People are saying that that's Stefanski's grandson. Well, excuse me, that's Stefanski's whatever it is.
Yeah, FIFO said
it was a whole TikTok video going out saying this shit was true, but nothing. Too. It was viral. I don't even blame FIFO because I looked it up. I ain't even gonna throw you under the bus, FIFO, because I was like, damn, that makes sense. And then I googled it and I was like, bro, this shit ain't true. Like it wasn't nowhere. And
the video, hey Lou, the video caption said, "Wait to the end."
Hey boy, that was petty as fuck, man.
It was a good storytelling too.
It was. It almost captivated me. Then I realized
how is this true?
Exactly. Then I realized I was like, if that is true, then that just tells you everything you need to know about what I've been saying. Is like either it's Shidur, Ken, or it's the Browns. That, you know what I'm saying? Either Shador's winning because of Shidur or he's losing because of the Browns. It's never going to be anything but that.
It is, yes. It can't be the fact that, I don't know, he's probably a rookie, and he's probably going to struggle. He's going to have a good game. It's interesting his good game came against a team that only had one win while he was trailing in the game. It's interesting that one of his wins came against his only win, came against one of the other worst teams in the league. He's a rookie. He's going to learn. But let him go through the process. Everybody's pumping up everything. We had a whole segment about it last week. We ain't even talked about the shit this week. But let him do something good next week, Nick. We're gonna be right back at it.
We'll be right back. And he ain't a rookie at next week.
We don't know what he is. Let it play out. But just let him grow and learn, bro. But it can't always be everybody else's fault except Shidur just learning how to play the game at the NFL level. Damn. That's all I'm saying.
Still be hating though.
Last thing I'll say with this NBA Cup, hey, bro, Taylor Rooks is carrying Amazon Prime.
Absolutely,
hey, bro, this
absolutely.
She doing this. She doing
absolutely.
Hey, bro, I don't give. Tune in for that. If you don't give a fuck about basketball, tune in for that. Hey,
1,000%.
Did she get married too? I think she got married.
Yeah, she did. They was talking about John Walker.
John Walker. John Wall like that little fat kid me when he looking with his eyes around. Hey.
Oh man.
Don't blame
her. Yeah, that's
that was the last one. We are
can't wait for that scandal.
Anyway.
You already know it's gonna be a scandal. Like that shit is just a scandal, bro.
Hey, I got a question for Lou real quick. Lou, are y'all gonna re-sign Pickens? Do you think they should or not? I'm serious about that. Do you think they should?
I don't think they are. I don't think we are. I
think they should.
The franchise tag is gonna go to him or the kicker, and I think that it's less money to sign Aubrey. Yeah, Aubrey. Yeah, Aubrey more important to the team.
Come on, Drake. They got Drake kicking.
He the best tackler on the team. So.
Yeah, he damn near the best player on the team.
Yeah,
so
I knew he was gonna pop up.
I think we will franchise tag Aubrey and let Pickens do what he want to do.
Pickens want to go to the Rams or something.
Y'all gonna waste the franchise tag on the kicker instead of just paying him?
That's what's gonna happen. I've been a Cowboys fan. I've been a Cowboys fan for 30 years. That's what's going to happen. Like Pickens.
And you talk about the Bengals as an organization, and you continue to be a Cowboys fan. But y'all gonna franchise tag a kicker.
But look who's crying at a press conference. They quarterback is crying at a press conference. That's worse than us.
You know they don't pay the kicker nothing but $5,000 in a bag of chips, and they don't franchise tag.
That's what's gonna happen.
What is the franchise tag for a kicker? A house?
$2 million.
We gonna franchise.
Man, go ahead, bro.
What do you get for that? What they gonna give him Sharon Moore's side piece and the keys to Jerry World?
He's probably gonna go to New England or some shit like that. Or Kansas City. But we ain't re-signing Pickens.
It's getting out of hand now.
No, him and Kansas, he definitely ain't going to Kansas City because Patty ain't going to beat it.
They can't afford it. Kansas City can't afford it.
Well, I'm just saying, like Kansas, it wouldn't make no sense because Patty ain't even going to play next year.
And it wouldn't make any sense anyway.
I think he'd be good on the Giants.
I just thought it was funny that everybody was talking about how great and elite Pickens was. And one is, and he's
2 weeks ago, Ken.
Just 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, bro, and just that quickly. We had to talk about him.
He's and you know who else they did like that? Jonathan Taylor did the same thing too. Like he was a darling. All of a sudden now, you don't hear much about him at all. But shout out to the South Carolina State Bulldogs too for winning the Celebration Bowl. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
All right, yeah.
No, you're good. But we've seen this with Pickens before, man. And you know, he was on my top.
Another episode of The Pivot.
Yeah.
All right, man. We'll catch you guys. This may be the last show of the week unless something crazy happens, man.
This all the smoke
of the year.
It's the new year, right?
Yeah,
New year.
Potentially, we may do a surprise show just because we got college football. Yeah, college football playoffs.
Hey Nick, you go? Are you gonna go Christmas caroling outside of Jalen Brunton's house, or are you gonna
listen? Right, hey, listen, I'm about to go. The best party in the year. I'm about to go to Manhattan right now. You know what I'm saying?
Camped out in front of Jalen Brunton's house.
I'm about to go. I'm about to pull up on what's that show that Fabulous and Dave East. And,
we're
going to 125th, Lou.
Close it out. Another
25th Street.
Yeah,
let's rap about it. I think let's rap about it. That's the name.
Let's wrap this up, kid. I gotta go. I gotta catch my train.
We'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Yeah.